Ew. Ew, ew, ew. Ew, 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 ew. Ladies! Gentlemen. Gamers! And fellow Tower of God. Lovers, readers, enjoyers, enthusiasts, and fans of the Tower of God reading. Welcome back. It is another Sunday. And Sunday, as I always say, is the Lord's Day. It's a day of rest. It's a day of recuperation. However, one of the most important things it is Tower of God Reading Day. So we are here. I say we because it is I, the traveler, not to be confused with the shitty traveler, of the tower with my guide, the unholy but holy hairline.
What's good?
And I'm Chris Allen. Anyway, we're back once again. It's been about a week. We are ready to go for Tower of God. You know it, you love it, we love it too, and we're excited to see more. And boy, oh boy, do we have a lot to get through today, because we have a little bit something special planned in the beginning here. Now, as always, we've updated, for your viewing pleasure, the POV cam. So if everyone's attention can be directed to that, that's nice and new. Aside from that, the tier list may be updated, it may not be updated. I'll leave that to y'all to decide and investigate. But aside from all that, we have, like I said, something special in the beginning here. Before we do anything else, big shout out, as always, to Azul, the god of the tower himself. He has graced us because I've been asking, and finally it got to the YouTube, because the YouTube as always is behind. But I have been asking for the blog posts, and if there was anyone that was going to come through with it, lo and behold, it is Azul, the superior guide of the tower. But that's besides the point. We have two things on the palette before we even get into the episode today. We have the blog posts that we missed that, weren't linked and SIU didn't really have. I believe they're fans translated, but, most of the time that's not really an issue because the fans probably do a better job than actual webtoons or whoever the fuck translates it. So we don't really care about that. I just really want to know the pictures and all of the background information. But aside from that, we also have chapter 119, how they censored it, and the real versions of it. So we have that as well. So I'm going to go over those two things before we start the episode. So be prepared. So this is something we never really discussed yet, but we're going to discuss it now, Adrian. How do you want to go through these?
Let's start with the smaller one, the censoring thing.
Oh, you want to go through the censoring? Okay, I thought you wanted to do the blog post
viewer
first.
discretion advised.
Yeah, I mean, listen, it's kind of hard to say that once we just pull it up, because look at what we see here, like, Jesus Christ.
Mm-hmm.
So, I don't know if this is Azul saying this, I'm assuming it is, but, Azul said on the top here, censorship for chapter 119, that was the chapter where I guess, obviously, I was about to say Doom, but thankfully it's not Doom. It's Wong Wong getting fucked by his own people. Granted, I do believe that Traumare forced them to do this, so it's not like they wanted to do this, I think he made them do it, but still.
Yeah. It's a pretty dark moment.
Yeah, it really was. Like, Jesus Christ. And Doom is a trooper for surviving all this shit, too. Like, Jesus Christ. But at this point... God damn it. Yeah, Wong Wong. Yeah, I keep saying Doom because it looks
Doom
so
looks
much
the
like
most
Doom.
like him, though, for sure.
Yeah. But this is where, I was going to say, he is a high... Well, I don't know if he's a high ranker, but he has to be, like, high ranker level, right? Him and Yasracha? Because they're kind of similar. So it makes sense maybe then why he could take so much of being. And he also is a canine person, so he's kind of built for battle. Yeah. So either way, there's some really weird and for no reason done, as Azul says here, censorship. And this is the only chapter that has it. So y'all can go back. I'm not really going to do the comparison myself. I'm just going to view it here because... it's curious to see, and I think there's some side-by-sides here. So here...
The comparison is here, yeah. So this is like probably the censored version.
Perfect, yeah. So this is a little bit darker. This is a little bit lighter. So you see just more blood on the ground. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Then we have, again, it's darker. Him obviously yelling at Yasracha to also stab him.
I think this makes sense how it was censored, too. They just kind of added, like, a little filter on the bottom and, like, had a gradient.
Which doesn't make
sense.
Drew it
a certain way and then just added, like, a black gradient on it.
Yeah, like, okay, there's just a lot more blood. Why? I mean, it's a lot of blood, honestly, but like,
Yeah,
if they're gonna
but it
censor
doesn't take away
anything,
from it. Honestly, doesn't take away from like the gruesomeness of it. Like it doesn't feel like it's censoring anything because you still see most of it.
yeah, you still see like where it's coming from.
Yeah,
Oh my god. Okay, this one looks like someone drawn it with like Crayola a little bit, but
scriggles. Yeah.
yeah. Oh my god. Okay, damn. Wow. So Yasracha actually crushed his heart. I didn't even know that.
Oh, that
Oh.
explains a lot.
Yeah, well, he has
Yeah.
blood on his face. Okay. So erase some of the blood, but they left the translation of the drip sound, which is
Wow.
fine because there is still dripping over there too, but
Yeah, the one on the right side looks much better too because it's just like drawn with like that sort of gradient of color from like dark to lighter. I like
yeah.
that a lot.
I,
Kind of
I
weird that
like
they
that
took that
effect
off.
too. Yeah, and here, they showed. So a lot of the censoring is just like them blotting stuff out. Like you see
Yeah.
some of it, but not most of it. But
Hmm.
this is to me, I mean, we'll see at the end. Oh no, I'm a little scared here. Oh god, wait.
Uh-oh. What did they
Wait.
censor? You think they just moved the bubble?
Wait a minute. Hold on, hold
You're gonna
on.
hide it?
Yeah, I'm gonna hide it real quick. Let me make sure this is safe. Oh, okay, I don't know.
Oh,
I think this is alright, but I'm
I
just
wouldn't
gonna
show
not
it.
show it. Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm just gonna not show it just in
So
case.
they did move the bubble,
Okay,
basically, for the viewers.
so I mean, we'll go back to the other. Okay, that's the last page too. So I agree with what Azul is saying here. He said that English webtoon basically hid Nen Nen's booba, and they definitely did. And I guess I'll
Yeah.
show this part here. We'll go back to showing this. So
Hmm.
I think that actually is one of the big things and it's something that's rectified very quickly, right? Because they do
Hmm.
mention she's a girl anyway. But I thought she was a boy here.
I was gonna bring that up.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
did think she was a boy. I'm like, oh, she
And I
doesn't
think a
really have
big
a
reason is because
chest.
they did change the art a little bit. Because I think the art changed too. They kind of hided it a little bit.
I
Like
think
not only did they move the
they
thing, but they
flattened
also
it.
changed the art a little bit.
Yeah, they definitely like took away some of her chest here. But yeah, wow,
Yeah,
you see
there's the flat.
you see very clearly in the other panel that she is very obviously a woman. So
Just packing.
yep, there is that. Yeah. So obviously, I almost feel like it's not too similar to the anime because a lot of this stuff doesn't take away from it because you do see some of it, right? You see some of the gore. Obviously, I think it's a greater effect to see most of it. Here, it's like, oh wow, you really do see Yasracha fucked a lot of them up, all of them, right? Here you
Hmm.
see like a lot of, not as many, but you do see a good couple bodies here too, right?
Yeah,
I think even with this blood thing, yeah, it looks better, but it doesn't take away from the idea. The biggest thing, I guess, is the heart crushing. That's a little
yeah.
like graphic too. It's like, oh shit, right? He just fucking exploded that shit. And then
Hmm.
here, it's like, okay, it's whatever, right? You see some of the blood there, but it's not a lot. I'm actually not gonna like chastise them too much for this. At the
Hmm.
same time, they could have just included it personally, and Azul makes a good point. Why the fuck for this one chapter did they do this? Especially where in the chapter where White cut off like Arya's head, and then the blood fucking splattered all over Bomb's face. It's like,
Yeah,
okay, they let that through, but they don't want to let this through. It's kind of selective for no reason, but I don't think this is
hmm,
egregious. I don't think this is really egregious, so I think it's honestly fine. I don't see too much of an issue with it. It is sad
yeah,
though, but it's okay. I think it's whatever.
yeah. I don't hate it, but yeah, it is kind of weird. Why'd they
Yeah.
do something like that?
Like, what's the difference between this and this, where you're already showing like the bad part up above?
Yeah, it doesn't even feel like it's accomplishing its purpose. It just feels like they just did it because someone said, "Hey, you have to censor this." So they're just like, "Okay, boom, it's censored now."
Okay.
They
Yeah,
didn't
but
really do anything.
I'm not too crazy about this. So that rounds out the censorship. Cool.
Hmm.
Now we get to the blog posts we missed. Yippee!
Hmm.
So Adrian, this is your domain.
Yep. So this is cool. I was looking at the blog post, and it seems like this is exactly where it ended off, at least for the ones that we could get, because the
Hmm.
last one we read was 101.
Okay.
So now we have
102.
102. Yep. So I'll start reading.
Yes. Well,
First
what
of
do you think of this picture? We're gonna,
all, I
what we
love the
should
art.
do? We should try and remember like what was this chapter about based on the picture. I don't think Kunen
Okay.
had anything to do with it because sometimes the pictures have nothing to do with it.
Yeah, this seems weird because the only time we've seen him was Hidden Floor, but we're way past that at this point.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Uh, I don't know. And I'm trying to cheat and look at the chat too, and I don't see anything related to the chapter.
Huh.
So I can't figure out anything.
Okay. I don't think it's related though, so it's fine. Cool picture though. I
Mhm.
like how he's chilling with the lion. Is Edwin often depicted with a lion? Or sorry, a tiger, my bad. With a tiger or
I don't
no?
think so. I don't think so.
Okay.
Unless I'm mistaken.
Okay, cool. Well, either way, your ball. The ball's in your court.
All right. Hello. Welcome to the first of the series of posts in 2022, the 39th year in the 60-year zodiac cycle.
You could skip this whole
Uh,
shit.
okay. Since it's the year of the Black Tiger, I was trying to draw in a slightly Oriental style.
Oh, so it
Since
had
I have to
nothing to do with
draw,
the chapter. It was just for that.
yeah. Since I have to draw in my spare time, there's time pressure. Instead of Oriental style, I just ended up making it look like a rough sketch. I have been studying Oriental painting for a few years. I forgot a lot, but if I have a chance later, I would like to try drawing some Oriental style manhwa one time.
Ooh.
I always like when SIU brings up things he'd like to draw. Like you mentioned the school,
The
the
school
school
manhwa,
story
yeah. He
thing.
loves
Yeah,
that. That's like some of the easiest shit too. I guarantee if he does that shit, he's gonna find like so much success.
yeah, dude. I
Especially because
wish
people
we
know
could
him
just
now.
clone him and just have like multiple SIUs all writing different stories that they wanna do.
We want
Because he
more
has
from
so
his
much content.
mind.
I'm really into like his mindset or like how he
He
basically
does
just like makes up a
storytelling.
story. Yeah, how he
Yeah.
does storytelling. Because I think it's really unique. That's part of the reason why I freaking love Tog. So for him to do like more generic styles and like he'd probably spice it up somehow, I think.
Oh yeah.
For sure. Bring the 13 months into your slice of life anime.
Huh.
All right. Where was I? Oh, since I was born in the year of the tiger, I hope many good things will happen this year. In terms of work, the goal is to develop a story that is close to a bit of a more expanded worldview. Thank you to those who give me nice comments and those who give helpful criticism. As it is still a webtoon that has a lot to resolve, it would be good if you kept an eye on it in 2022 too. 2022 too. That sounds weird.
Heh.
I'm trying to shorten the posts, but it became a bit long since it's a new year. As I get older and older, I'm being careful not to talk too much.
Wow.
He can talk as much.
Yeah,
No
we
big deal.
like when he talks. That's what we
Yeah,
want
keep
more of.
talking. Spill the beans on all your Tog planning. Is it true that you planned everything 10 years ahead? All right. I hope it's filled with good things for our readers, and looking back at the end of the year, I hope that 2022 will be filled with only happy memories. So I hope you have a happy new year and a happy and healthy this week.
Heh.
And be happy and healthy this week there.
Oh,
I'll
I
be
fucking
back
was like, oh,
again
that's wrong
next week.
grammar.
Yeah, no, I'm the one. I wish you all the best in 2022. Thank you. Boom.
Cool.
There it is.
So this is where, ironically enough, I think that I should punish you and I should make it to where you do everything, but I'll
I can
help
do
you out
everything.
here. I'll alternate because I think I can go faster
Okay.
too.
Yeah.
So, excuse me.
Ooh.
So I'll do this one. Super cool fucking art here. We all love Mashini. I think everyone here loves Mashini. As crazy as she is, and as scary as she is, I think we all have a sick, rooted love for her. So, very hot. Today it's Mashini. After a long time, I originally drew it for pose practice. Oh, I want to see some poses, alright. People like Yuri and Mashini tend to have charisma. True. I think, honestly, I think Yuri has more charisma than Mashini. I think Mashini has more, like, aura. Like, she has more, like, domineering aura.
Mm-hmm.
But if Yuri's, like, a sea full of anger, which is, I think, honestly not true, Mashini feels like a dangerous lake because she is so deep and dark. Oh, that is so accurate. Drawing female characters is sometimes a little more difficult and can also be fun. Boob! Of course, Tower of God itself has a lot of gender-neutral male and female characters. I often say this, Bomb usually looks like a lot of the women. A lot of the women look like Bomb to me sometimes, especially when
White
he's
as well,
BL.
or
Yeah,
Joaquin.
White is very effeminate. So there are times when gender distinction doesn't really matter, and I like that. Nobody's asking, but I haven't drunk alcohol for a long time since the series started. Damn! Especially in Korea, alcohol is like part of their culture too. Even now, I don't attend drinking parties. Well, I do drink alone sometimes at home. Oh, he's lying! Because of insomnia, I've started drinking before going to bed. Oh no! Excuse me. Well, actually, there are a lot of times these days that food is served and alcohol is served with it. I don't drink much, so it's like 1 or 2 drinks to the end of the day. There's something I discovered while doing that. I think ice cream is the best snack for drinking alone. Oh, damn. Okay. For those who are becoming adults and those who are already adults, us. I'm curious if you have the ice cream when you drink. Do you drink, Adrian?
Not very often.
I don't really drink at all, but I like having food when I drink, especially salty food. I heard is pretty good. So I gotta try ice cream if I ever do drink, but I probably won't. Either way. Anyway, although it's a small amount, I don't think it's good for my health. So for now, I'm only going to do it on Friday evenings if possible. That's what I do too, but I do that as like not drinking. I buy food on Fridays to like reward myself for surviving another week of work. So cool. Me and SIU very similar. I think I need to take good care of myself so I can draw for a long time. Yes. So everyone, take care of your health in this cold weather. I hope you have a happy and healthy week. I'll see you next week. Thank you. And here's next week. Oh, look at him. Look at him.
Fancy Yasracha.
I like this business Yasracha. Very cool. The only thing that's crazy to me, you know what's wild? So this is where I'm noticing more and more of his style, right? If you eliminate the ponytail and the ears, this is literally Vicente.
Oh, damn.
Like, look at
Not wrong.
Yeah, look at that, and then it's like Vicente's hair, just different color too. Either way,
I can see that.
On to you.
All right, this week's picture is Yasracha. I think male characters want to dress up once in a while.
Yes.
Yasracha feels just like the image of a cat in my mind turned into a character. Self-centered, carefree, unattached, not reminiscent. But if there's something they want, they'll have to have it.
So I think this is the chapter maybe when like we saw Wong Wong's backstory with him, maybe?
Yeah, most likely. On the other hand, Yama is a character that is drawn a little differently. I think a dog's personality is different, more like a beast and arrogant.
You know, it's so ironic because dogs are more loyal usually.
Yeah. I guess they wanted to have that more opposite feeling thing, so they went more drastic on the on Yama's side, like more of like a beast, while Yasracha is more calm.
Yeah.
Anyway, the weather turned very cold this week. The wind suddenly became fierce, and I was afraid to go outside, but I was glad that it seemed a little less so today. I had a hard time because I had some personal work to do over the weekend. It seems like everyone is just trying to improve. I took some time out to refresh myself, and although nothing special happened, it still helped. It would be nice to draw a product that only tells bright and pleasant stories. I hope you all cheer up. So I hope you enjoyed this week, and I will come back next week with Tower of God. Have a happy and healthy week. Thank you.
So this is interesting because I like when SIU gets dark, and I think he does it pretty well, and I actually want him to do it more.
Yeah.
But
I agree.
I think he's trying to be a nice guy, and he's like, oh no, I want to make you all happy, so I only want to draw Tower of Good, not Tower of Bad.
Yeah, maybe he's saying it's hard for him to do dark things in his story, or make bad things happen to certain characters or whatever, from a story writer perspective.
Man, he just needs to go full throttle and make this shit serious, but either way, pretty cool. Next. Oh, wait a minute. Who is this?
I don't know. It kind of looks like
that was Hansung, but
to me it looks like, even though this looks more male, but for some reason the face kind of reminds me of what's the name? Something Ha, the other Ha.
Oh, I know who you're talking about. It's
the one that always has one eye closed.
Yeah. It's the one under Calivan.
Yeah.
Oh,
Cheon-hee.
Cheon-hee, yeah. I was gonna say something with a cha, but
the face kind of reminds me of Cheon-hee a little bit.
Well, yeah, it's very sharp,
Cheon-hee.
very serious. Yeah. Next week is Chinese New Year. Perhaps that's why this week is bomb in a hanbok. Korean.
That's bomb.
What the fuck? That's wow. This is like adult bomb. This does not look like bomb. Yeah. He looks too adult and serious. What the fuck? He looks like this is plotting bomb, like Mashini taught him. Wow. The Tower of God is a world with a culture that feels like a mixture of cultures from all over the world. And those are usually, ironically enough, what make the best stories. That's where Harry Potter is very much like this. Harry Potter, the author Stephanie Meyer did her research about a lot of different I don't want to say mythoses, but she did a lot of research into mythical creatures and stuff from different cultures and combined it into one. So a lot of those stories end out having very good reception and become cult classics, like hopefully Tower of God is. But since I'm Korean and the reader started out as Koreans, there seems to be a lot of Oriental, especially Korean clothing and food culture in it. Well, no duh. Now I see webtoons in many countries. There have been many writers who enjoy more popularity abroad than expected. Ooh, look at us! Look at us reacting to him. But when I started, I didn't have that in mind. Now my work is also serialized overseas, and I should thank the writers and webtoon officials who support me and strive for globalization in many ways. Yeah, and he also needs to put his foot down to make the anime fucking good. Anyways, I'm not obsessed with Korean things, but when I express Korean things, I feel like it's the closest to my essence. Come to think of it, it's amazing to be born and raised in a country. I feel like almost everyone is raised and born in a country. I hope my beloved country will continue to be a peaceful and happy place. Yeah, as long as the neighbor next door doesn't give them any issues, I'm sure they will be. Then take care of your health in the cold weather. I hope you have a happy and enjoyable week. Then I'll see you next week on Chinese New Year's Day. Thank you! Alright, and now we have a nice little Chinese New Year's picture with, this time we know it's Bomb, Rack, and Mr. Coon. Ooh! Dude,
Trio.
yeah, I like the outfits they're wearing because they remind me of Yasracha's outfits. Very like, you know, heavenly
Flowy.
outfits. Yeah.
Yeah.
Robes. Pretty cool.
Mm-hmm.
On to you.
All right. Hello. How long has it been since Chuseok? I always say that thing wrong. We've read that like multiple times.
I think
throughout
it's
the series.
Chuseok, but who the fuck am I to even
Chuseok.
know?
Korean Thanksgiving. Lunar New Year's is back. In the past, it felt like a new beginning on a new year. These days, it feels like I've gotten 1 year older. It is true that the passage of time is unavoidable. Well, the new year has come, and I think it would be nice to have a fun and happy time. I'm a bit busier on the holidays, but I say hello to people and family around me. There are only a few days in the year to exchange like that, so I think even that alone is exciting. I hope you don't get sick on your way down and up the country. And if you're home, as I said, cat a lot, eat a lot of delicious food, and have a great holiday. I hope you have a happy and healthy holiday. I will be back next week. Thank you.
Cool.
Boom.
All right. Very nice. Next, 107. Oh, I really like this one. Dude, he looks like he doesn't give a shit here. The biggest thing I can relate this to is, and you know, this might fly over almost every single person's head, unless, you know, you spread it to your family, friends, and loved ones. And like this gets to like over 10,000 people, but this seriously reminds me of like either A, Kingdom Hearts, or B, The World Ends With You. Both amazing games by Square Enix. But this really reminds me of like the main characters, some of them, how they're just like not caring and like nonchalant, like they just don't give a shit. This is how Bomb looks like. He's just like not giving a shit. Very cool. Very, very cool. I like how he put an arrow. Well, no, never mind. I thought that was an arrow. That's just his signature, I guess. Also says the date 2022 0206, I think. SIU. Ooh, very cool. Alright, so here we go. This is my turn, right?
Yep.
Okay, cool. Hello, I drew Viola today. I thought zombie movies were popular these days. There was an era where they were super popular. So I was going to draw that, but I was busy with other things. I'll draw it next time when I have time. Yeah, flashback to the Cherry Blossom blog post where he never picked it back up. I drew Viola dressed in the style of a designer I like these days. Excuse me, I can't wear the clothes because they're too expensive. Haha. Damn, so he still hasn't made it. Can I dress the characters? Yes. Oftentimes, what we can do in life, we reflect it in our art and in our dreams. As expected, I think it's good for drawings. The characters do things I can't do instead. Exactly what I just said. I'm saying this, but clothes really are expensive these days. The way it is, I don't think there's anything not expensive in this era. Hashtag truth. Whenever new characters come out, this type of research material for their clothes I use is slightly different. The higher level of characters, the more likely I am to browse through high-end brands that I can't even buy. And I like that. I like that the high-end characters, like the important people, they have a lot of thought that goes into their design. I very much like that. Like, Traumare looks like I can't even afford what he wears. His shit looks crazy. While looking at them, I'm thinking, wow, it's pretty. And alternatively, wow, how many meals could be bought with that money instead? Over and over like that. I don't know if this kind of thinking is socialism or materialism. Anyway, same way I think, by the way. The Tower of God is not modern, so I rarely use clothes exactly as I've seen them, but I think it's always necessary to study. Very good. Very, what is the right word here? I like how Asayu does his research. It's very calming to know that, like, he's trying in, like, all aspects. I like it a lot. And then, you know, he says it's not modern, and like the main modern thing, I think we have the most modern person in Tower of God is honestly LaFave, man. Like, bro, she just has like all these different like technological guns and shit. She has the Stinger, the fucking Glocks. Like, what the hell? Where else
Yeah.
in the tower would they have that shit?
I mean, they have like ships and stuff like that too. I mean,
True,
it's
but I'm
basically
talking
like
about more
space.
like modern technology. Ships are like, yeah, it is pretty modern too. But
Yeah, I guess a lot of the technology just doesn't matter because of the presence of like having a pocket, basically, like their own version of technology, kind of does everything. A pocket and lighthouses.
true, true. Let me see, where was that? Okay. Did you all have a good new Lunar New Year holiday? The assistants helped me a lot, but since they took a few days off, I worked more on myself than usual. On it myself than usual. In addition, other things happened suddenly during the Lunar New Year, and problems suddenly occurred in the new office. It was a weekday, so I got tired and burned out. It feels like I've experienced a new type of holiday syndrome. It's a little hard even on the weekends because of a lot of stress. Anyway, I hope next week will be more peaceful. Even if we do our best work every week, it's hard to satisfy our readers. You can't satisfy everyone. I have a small wish that I could have a little bit more free time. The fact that that's a small wish is sad, man. I feel like everyone should value their time because that's the most important resource. Anyway, I hope you have a happy and healthy week. I will also have a happy and healthy week, and we'll be back. Thank you. Cool. Oh, oh, look at this shit. Oh, I'm sure you love this one, Adrian.
Yuri, yeah, big Yuri fan.
Mm-hmm.
Nice for Valentine's Day. She
Take
fits
it
the
or,
colors too, with
yeah,
the red.
the translation is take it or leave it. Oh my god. Wow, so aggressive. Man, I feel like SAU says she's aggressive, but when you really get to know her, she really isn't like that aggressive. She's very level-headed. She's just headstrong.
Yeah.
She's very confident and very like I don't want to say social, but she's very outgoing. I don't want to
hmm
say angry though. Either way,
Yeah.
on to you.
All right. I heard Valentine's Day was right around the corner, so I drew this. Since I didn't have too much time and my wrist wasn't doing too good,
Oh
I went
no.
shook. Take it or leave it. It's not. It's not like it's my heart. Take it or leave it. It's not like it's my heart, but please take it. Wait, but I'm a dude. Oh wait. In Korea-Japanese Valentine's Day tradition dictates that it's the girl that's supposed to give the chocolates to the guy.
Yeah, and then on White Day, I think the guy gives chocolates or gets chocolates.
They
I'm not too
return the
sure.
favor, I guess.
I
I don't know.
think so. I think so. I don't
Okay.
know. I could be wrong.
Yeah, never been. Well, actually, I have been once, but not during that time.
Wait, to Korea?
To Japan, they said Korea-Japanese.
Oh
So.
yeah. Oh shit.
hmm well, whatever the meaning. Whatever the meaning behind it is, it's nice to receive a chocolate on a day like this. I should have gave it more brighter colors, but due to time restraints, editing is. You should just be happy that you guys get to see Yuri again for once. I am.
He's
I
like, yeah, you
am.
guys better be happy. Also, even though it's not viewable on stream here because I have the alert turned off for Tower of God time, thank you very much, Paguste16 for the sub. Thank you. Thank you very much. Mwah, 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 mwah. Thank you very much. Mwah. Enjoy the tug. Go ahead, Adrian.
Yep. Continuing. Personally, I don't really care too much about fresh chocolates or expensive chocolates, but
I
rather
do.
just stuff like Ghana chocolate. Translator
Ooh.
note: it's it's a line of cheap chocolate bars from Lot in Korea/Japan.
Ooh. Did you
I
ever
just
see that
like
when you went there?
not that I know of, and I bought a bunch of random sweets, but I kind of got like consumed because like Japan has like a lot of weird flavored Kit Kats, so I kind of fell into the trap of trying to buy every single flavor of Kit Kat and ended up filling my bag with just Kit Kats.
Wow. Okay.
That's mostly what I have. I do have some chocolate, but I don't think I found the Ghana one. And now I'm mad that I didn't get it
Hmm.
because apparently it's something that SIU enjoys,
Hmm.
so it must be good.
Mhm.
I just like that hard sound you get as you eat it. If I see anything like Godiva chocolate, I end up thinking about the price first, and I end up unable to swallow.
Huh. He's not wrong, but
Interesting.
Diet chocolate is expensive, man.
It is quite expensive, yeah, but usually in certain seasons you can get it for cheaper or like on sale because they have to sell it eventually.
Yeah.
When I think about it, back in school, I thought days like Valentine's Day was just another trick pushed by adults to sell stuff. But now that I'm an adult myself, I feel if it isn't for days like these, when would you ever be able to confess to someone?
Ooh.
People should always live with an open heart. Life and occupation should be faced with an open heart, but I feel like I'm lacking in that regard. Well then, I'll be back next week. Please be happy and stay well this week. I hope you guys have a sweet Monday too. Thank you.
Cool. Very nice. All right, next chapter, chapter 109. Coon with a coffee and with a very heavy coat, because I guess it's cold. This is made on 1/25/2022. Look at that. It's Monday again. My weekend was quite hectic, and I had a hard time controlling my condition, so I didn't make a separate doodle. This is just part of an autograph I did last month for an event. I wish I had a better picture, but since I took them so lazily, this was the best one I had. When I give a signature, I try not to give just my name, but a doodle as well. Oh, that's so nice. My signature isn't really much of anything. Oh, there he goes putting himself down again. And I'm not that big of a person either. So rather than give the 3 letters of my name, I think giving them a custom doodle is a better present in my opinion. Well, it definitely is, but I don't want him to exhaust himself. I'm not exactly an amazing live drawer, but I think the charm of an autograph doodle is having it to be drawn quick, even if it's a bit off. I agree as well. I think like just having something, especially if it's like a rough thing, kind of shows like it's individual. It's like a one of a kind thing. So I don't really make any preparations or a sketch before drawing it and giving it. However, it does result in what the heck is this kind of doodle sometimes. I try to draw it quickly thinking I'm facing you as I draw this. Before COVID-19, I was able to give my readers autographs face to face, but since COVID-19, that hasn't happened as much, but that's unfortunate. I don't normally enjoy events and I don't usually go to these unless I'm invited, same as me. But still, hee hee. I hope there is a time when I can see you guys in person when I'm giving an autograph. Dude, look at us how you being so respectful, man. I thought the weather was warming up, but it's getting cold again. My readers, please dress warmly when you go out, and I hope you stay well this week. Hope you have a good week. I'll see you next week. Thank you. Oh, and this is obviously when they introduced the man, the myth, the legend himself, Traumerai.
Looking clean
You know
in
what
that
he looks
track
like
suit.
here? I don't think you'll know because you've never seen it, right? And again, I have always told you, Adrian, I want to watch the show with you. He looks like Best Jeanist from My Hero. I don't know if you know him, but
Oh no, I don't.
yeah. Let me actually get a picture on the screen here just for everyone's reference. I could easily get a good picture here. Excuse me. Okay. It's not 1-to-1, but it's pretty much this. This is Best Jeanist, or a picture of him.
Oh, genius. So he wears jeans.
Yeah, his powers with jeans, but
What
that's
the
Best
flip?
Jeanist, and that's Charmer.
Yeah, I can see.
Yeah, it's because it just goes over his mouth, honestly. Either way, oh man, you got a fucking filled one here.
NASA.
Yeah, here you go.
Alrighty. Hello, everyone. It's Tower of God back once again. Back once more for another Monday. This week, my wrist wasn't doing so too good, so I thought about skipping the picture. But then I realized I really should draw him today, so I drew
Yup,
Traumerai,
yup.
while also doing some research and experimenting with inking styles.
Mm.
I gave it a more pencil-like feel to it, using chalk style that's slightly more firm than my usual doodles. But once you get to coloring, it becomes torture. So I'll need to research it a bit more. Since I've been drawing Tower of God for so long, I can't really change it beyond developing the style further. But I think it's still important to find your style in a variety of ways.
One thing I will say, this picture
Mhm.
looks really fucking good. Like
It
this,
does, yeah.
it doesn't even look like a doodle. It looks like a high quality picture that would be in the actual story. Like this actually looks like filled almost. Obviously, the hands you see there's a little less detail, but this looks fucking good.
Yeah. There's a lot of blending with the coloring, too.
Mm.
Mm-hmm.
Also, it's lovely to have you, Pagusta. I hope you enjoy. I hope you enjoy the show live.
Mm-hmm.
Onward, Adrian.
All right, where was I? Oh, in terms of content, this flashback had significant portions already pre-drawn during the hiatus, believe it or not. At the time, I was thinking that I should progress the plot in the past somewhat and match the present accordingly. It ended up getting me to save the flashback portion in parts. That's why you see my style shift around back and forth somewhat.
Mm.
It's been a while since I've had the drafts drawn, so Wong Wong's ears are drawn in the wrong spot in portions of the flashback that I drew recently. I'll fix it when I have time.
Mm.
That's interesting. Despite being a flashback portion, there will be lots of ties to the story that's coming. One quite important to the key people of the Lopobia family. So I hope you enjoy them. I talked a lot about the work for one of my newer posts. I'm thankful you always. Oh, okay. I'm thankful you always read my work and cheer me on. I will work hard and come back next week. I hope you have a happy and healthy week. Thank you. Okay.
Cool. Very nice.
Boom.
Chapter 111. This almost looks like some Harry Potter shit because Rack has like the little stick in his hand. What the hell?
What chapter are we up to, by the way? I'm
Right
like curious how
now,
close we are to our current thing.
we're at 128.
128. Okay.
So we're kind of far.
Yeah.
Hello. Today I brought over a small portion of something I'm drawing. Although I've done illustration work besides the covers for my hard copy releases, but it's been a while since I'm doing this kind of thing for an event. Drawing things are always fun, but it's a different kind of fun to draw something you haven't drawn in a while. I've drawn for a long time now, but I still enjoy drawing. God help us the day he doesn't. This week, I participated in early voting, since there could be a lot of people on election day which could impact my work. I got it out of the way early. I voted in quite a few presidential elections too, and now I understand why our elders go. Whoever you vote for, it's all the same. Ha! Just like here. But at the same time, I went to vote with the mindset of let's at least complain after making a vote rather than not making a vote. Haha, I will complain later. Perhaps that shows you just how difficult it is to please everyone as a president, and also he should take that into account as a writer. Whoever is elected, since it's the will of the people, I hope that this one will be someone that the people can say we picked well. I thought the weather was getting warmer, but it's also really windy. I think the last cold wave is passing. Everyone, please dress warm and keep yourselves healthy. I went out lightly dressed, and oh boy, did I suffer for it. Haha, almost caught a cold. Well, I'll work hard to come back next week. I hope you have a happy and healthy week. Thank you. Dude, SIU to me, he just feels like maybe not like a direct like dad, but he feels like a family member that's like looking out for you. He's like, "Oh, make sure you like dress warm and eat your vegetables." I'm like, "Oh, okay, SIU, thank you."
Yeah. Since day one. Holy, look at the art.
Dude, this is cool. Oh yeah, I feel like Bomb has had this pose a lot too. I feel like we've definitely seen this pose Bomb make with his with his face and his arm.
Mm.
On to you.
All right, here we go. Hello, it's Monday once more. Today's doodle is the style I used to use for my illustrations. It took more time than I thought it would, but it was fun because it felt like I was actually painting for once instead of coloring in
Mm.
webtoons. When I'm working on the webtoon, it's very rare that I do the line art, setting the color scheme, and finishing, and the finishing. But when I end up doing it all, when I end up doing it all of it myself, is that weird? End up doing it all. Oh, okay. When I end up doing all of it myself, it makes me look back on my skills. Drawing, no matter how long, is always something new, always fun.
I'm glad he finds it fun, man.
Yeah, yeah. I wish I could find art fun. I just freaking suck.
Yeah.
Stick figures
I
and
think
stuff.
everyone sucks. It's just like the biggest thing is obviously there's people who are skilled, right? There's people who could
Hmm.
start off way ahead of you, but I am of this belief, and I've heard a lot of artists say this too. The biggest thing is you just have to actually do it. And if you do
Yeah.
it, you'll get better. But if you don't do it, and it's kind of hard when you're shit, right? If you have no skill at first and you're shit, you're like, wow, what am I doing this for? But people do
Hmm.
get better once they do it more. But it just takes so much time, and it's like,
Yeah.
God, man, time is
They have to
just,
get over like the first hump, honestly. Like everyone kind of is in the same position when they first start, or like most people, like excluding the talented people. They
yeah.
just kind of like got to get over that first hump where it's like you start to understand like where to put your lines and stuff like that. I don't know.
You know what I think is also like really sad too? I have, I'm not trying to toot my own horn here, but I have a lot of really good imagery in my mind, right? Because I count myself as a decently creative person. So there's a lot of imagery in my mind that I wish I could bring to like a paper. But
Hmm.
I personally, and I've tried my hand at drawing probably like for like a grand total of less than an hour in my entire life. But this is where I hate the process. I love the end result. Like I can't imagine sitting down there and drawing for that long, but I would
Hmm.
love to actually see like the final result. So it's like I hate the journey, which if you hate the journey, it's going to be terrible. Like you can't do
Yeah.
it. So I just don't like how long it takes, like how you have to constantly revise it. It's just the time aspect, man. Part of that could also be because I'm just like shit at it too, but either way. I think a
Yeah.
lot of people, and this is kind of what we went into before too with SIU at a certain point, or because of SIU, we talked about it. There's a lot of people out there who probably have great stories, but just can't draw. And there's a lot of people who can draw who can't write for shit. So to kind of
Exactly.
find like
Yeah.
the medium of both, to the union of both is very rare. Because there's probably
Hmm.
so much out there we're missing that could be amazing. It's just it doesn't have the other part that it needs to really be the whole package.
Exactly.
It's very
Yeah, I think
sad.
about that a lot, honestly.
What do we
Yeah.
miss?
Hmm. Because very seldom would someone actually. Like, would those people actually combine their forces? Like, would someone with the story look for someone to do the illustration or something like that?
The only
Usually,
time I
I
know that
don't know if they do.
happens is with One Punch Man.
One Punch Man, yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
I was thinking the same thing.
Yeah.
A lot of those
Oh,
people are teaming up. Oh,
yeah.
really? It
Yeah.
feels like not
From
so much. I
Caboose.
don't know. Most artworks that I see, I think of Oh, really? Oh,
No,
wow.
Bleason Ellis. I don't know how to say that one. Ellis
Yeah,
Seed.
those are both pretty popular webtoons. I think I've read like tidbits of both of them. I didn't know that they were made like that.
Hmm.
I think Freerin is also actually, now that I think of it, like a artist slash story writer.
Really?
Thing. Yeah, if I'm not mistaken, because I think when they do the credits, it's like two people or something like that. When you go to the books,
Oh,
I
wow.
could be wrong. Don't quote me on it, but I think Freerin is one of those as well.
Damn. Okay.
So
Cool.
maybe it happens more often than we think. We just don't like associate, because at least like usually when I look up the author or something like that for like some sort of artwork that I'm looking for, like for example Tower God, you just see one person, so you're like, oh,
Hmm.
it's made by just that person. Tower God happens to be one of those, but there might be cases where you look something up and it says one person, but like maybe there's like credits to another person that like shows that, the artist and the story guy kind of came together there.
Okay. Okay.
Good food for thought, I suppose.
Hmm.
So you can still make your webtoon, Alan, is what I'm trying to say.
Oh man. See, I feel like
You just
I'm
gotta
not that
find
good
the
of a
guy.
writer either. Like writing and drawing, I just hate. I don't want to say wasting my time, but I hate taking up too much time for something that really a lot of the joy comes from the end result. It's like
Yeah.
I don't find joy in the writing or in the drawing. I find joy when it's finished, but that's not good. Like in gaming, because I'm a big gamer as always, right? As everyone should know, I have joy in the actual playing of the game. And the end
Mhm.
result is, oh, look at all the progress I made. This is that. That's cool too. But man, writing and reading, I think I have some decent. Again, I have some decent ideas for stories and for pictures. It's just a lot of them are just never gonna see the light of day, man. But who knows? Maybe I'll get fed up with my job and society, and I'll become more of a recluse, and I'll try my hand at it. I doubt it though. But either
Mhm.
way, who knows?
Yeah.
Maybe one day.
I agree with that comment too about they need to work together. They kind of need a vibe together. I was just thinking if I had a story with someone and they started drawing some of the stuff, I would have to be like all nitpicky, like, oh, you should
Yeah,
probably do it like
because it's
this
your
or like that.
child. It's like your
Meanwhile,
child.
I
It's
don't
like
know how to draw. I'm telling the drawing person how to draw, but it would be like an awkward situation
I
for me.
fully agree because you have a vision for it. You just can't put it to life yourself. So you're gonna try
Yeah,
and have them do it accurately. Because if it's not done the right way, why do it at all? Tower
right,
God
right.
season 2. You know.
Yeah. Also about season one art, it is true, like how the I definitely agree that the art has improved. But like for some reason, maybe it's because I've read it so long ago. I actually kind of like season one art, but I do think they should probably, if they have the resources, they should like redo it just to make it more user friendly. I can't imagine how many people like tried to read Tower of God and just like
I think it
decided
has
not
a
to because they opened chapter one and just like,
it has
oh,
a
this is
nice charm to it, but I think
it's
season
definitely
2 is the
outdated.
union. I think season 2 is definitely the union where it's like he got better, and
Yeah,
it's not like the current style like we have now, but
I
it's
agree.
good. Like there's definitely a shift, and
Yeah.
you said this, and I don't know exactly where it is. I don't know if it's like some hardline thing in season 3,
Hmm.
but there's definitely like an old style to season 2 that feels very like I don't want to say low quality and like human as if like it's made by AI now, but it almost has
Hmm.
like more personality.
Yeah, I agree. Because like a lot of the webtoons nowadays with like more modern artists draw the way that like current Tower of God is. Like it kind of has that same sort of style to it.
Yeah,
Where
they've
it's like
become
if you
very
compare it to
generic.
like yeah, yeah, and generic in the sense that just
It
like I
doesn't
don't know,
mean
people are just
bad.
using the same styles. Like it's not like it's the same person drawing, but it just seems like their
Copying
techniques
each
are
other.
similar. Yeah, they go to the same school or something. Whereas like if you compare that to maybe like Hell Train or something like that, like Hell Train had some really unique art, I feel like.
Mm.
Yeah, season one of the anime was really good, honestly, and I
It's
think that's it.
we're like
That's
the
honestly what I tell people.
minority. We're like
I
the
tell
fucking
people,
minority, man. That art was
yeah,
great in season 1.
oh, dude, season one's anime art was it had that uniqueness to it as well, which I thought was pretty cool because that's literally what we were just talking about with like Tower of God having unique art, and then they just pull out this random art for the season one anime.
And again, generic does not mean bad. It's high quality, but it's the same as everything else. So it's like
Yeah.
it blends in
Hmm.
a little bit.
So it's like, why take away something that was like a positive? You know what I mean? For like no reason, just like fit in.
I think it's probably because
It's
he has
weird.
assistants working on it, and he's just trying to get it out, like to
Oh
give us
yeah,
more.
I
Honestly.
meant more in terms of like the anime, but yeah.
Oh
For the
yeah,
assistants,
yeah.
yeah, I totally understand that, and I have no issue with like the art changes at all because it's not like the art's getting worse. It really isn't. It's just like a change in style,
Mm-hmm.
if anything. So yeah. All right, let's carry on with this. Yeah.
Yes.
So even last week the weather was quite chaotic, but this weekend it seems a bit warmer. Still, it's rained. It's rained, so you should be careful. Since my office is near the waterfront, I'm already starting to get mosquitoes, so I'm worrying how many more there will be once it becomes summer.
Hmm.
This week, we have elected the president that will lead our country from now on. It isn't my place to talk about this in detail, but I do hope that he will take care of everyone with peace and love.
Oh, I gotta say something about this, but I'll let
Uh
you finish.
oh. Okay. I hope you enjoyed this week's chapter as well as hope that you have a happy and healthy week. I'll be back next week. I hope that this spring, all the hate and suffering spreading in the world right now can be vanquished. I will see you next week. Thank you.
Wow,
Wow.
very nice. So this is where obviously we're in the future, right?
Hmm.
We're not when the president got elected. Oh boy, did they make a fucking mistake.
Right.
So
Didn't that crazy thing happen in Korea?
yeah, and that's just the tip of the iceberg there too. Like apparently this guy is like hated. Like this guy is really he was really bad for the country. I think he got ousted. Like he's about to like go to jail or he might be in jail now, but
Hmm.
so for context, right? I know a Korean friend, and obviously my Korean friend has Korean parents who were from Korea, right? This is where he told me a lot of this stuff, and this guy's corrupt, kind of similar to our city, where the same thing I'm about to mention is done even in New York City here, where they put a lot of the same people. It's like nepotism, like people around them in positions that really shouldn't be there. Oh, actually, wait, give me one moment. Hold on.
Yeah, we're from New York. Did you hear that? I think SIU he's doing like a meetup in what is it, LA or something like that next month or something. Some convention or whatever with a bunch of people from what's it called, Webtoon.
Okay, I'm back. Anyway, back to what I was saying. So in Korea, right? My friend told me a lot of the nepotism stuff the Korean president did, and it got to the point where like the big event that you were referencing that even the world heard of was that he called what is the name for it? It's national martial law, right? I think that's what it was. I think he
Yeah.
enacted martial law. Yeah, he did. So he enacted martial law, and do you know the whole reason why he did this?
Was it because he lost the election or something?
I think that's part of it, but I think that was something for something else. It's because he got too drunk.
Really? No
Yes.
way.
Yeah.
That that's crazy.
He got too drunk and then he enacted and then obviously he fucked up, right? But
Hmm.
the damage was done and then he knew people were going to vote to like get him out of power cuz who wants someone in power that does that when you're
Hmm.
drunk? So that's when all the stuff happened where he was denying
Yeah.
entry to the like senators or the government people whatever they're called. And it was just a big thing. But yeah, no, I think they definitely chose wrong. They definitely did
Right.
choose wrong there, but like, oh my god.
Yeah.
Either way
That is
though.
so weird. Dude, I will never understand, and this is like a weird sort of thing to like, it's kind of political but whatever, but I will never understand how like soldiers are just like totally fine doing like the most unhinged shit when like some leader tells them to. Like, do these
This
people like, it's weird that like we teach soldiers like in war and stuff like that not to follow their conscience but just to whatever you do listen to
good
your commanding
soldiers
officer.
follow orders.
That is such a terrible, like, how have we not grown past this
Well,
sentiment? Like, this makes
oh
no
man.
sense.
Oh man, this is going to
It
go into so many other topics
yeah.
potentially, but I'll say this. This is where sadly this is just human psychology, right? This is actually studied
Hmm.
because of World War II where people just, even with the Stanford experiment, I think that's what it was called, where they shocked the guy and they just told him, "Hey, keep doing it." It was all fake, but they still a lot of people
Hmm.
eventually thought they killed the guy. but they were like, oh, don't worry, I'll take responsibility. It's if there's no consequences for your actions, you'll do it, right? Because in war, you could get away with a lot of stuff because it's war, right? A lot of things are
Right.
either swept under the rug or people don't care because it's war. So you really see, like, without restrictions, what people will really do and try and get away with. But also, in another sense, and maybe this might be the case more for the US, but a lot of people go into the army sometimes that are, for lack of a better word, not that bright. They're kind of, without of option, like they can't really go to school, or they're not the sharpest tool in the shed, right?
Mhm.
So at the end of the day, the army says, hey, just listen to us, we'll tell you what to do, because these people don't know what to do. So they just trust, like, okay, yeah, we'll do whatever. So
Yeah.
that's what ends up happening, I think.
You know what? I think you're right. And I just thought of another thing too. Like I feel like a lot of people like need the army too. Like I do agree that a lot of people who join the army join it out of necessity, not necessarily because they want to join the
Or they're
army
patriotic or anything like
or they're
that.
patriotic
Some
or something like
do,
that. But
but
for
not
those who
many.
join out of necessity, like and the goal to like kind of rise up like from out of poverty to like something better.
You
Because like
have
that's
to
how they
listen.
advertise things too. Yeah, you have to listen, right? Because you don't want to get dishonorably discharged or something like that,
Oh
or
yeah,
like do something wrong. So you
throw
just
them in the
like, hey,
brig.
if I follow orders, I won't get in trouble. So
It's
yeah,
way easier to go with the flow than to go against the current in there.
it sure is, yeah. But I mean, from a third party looking at like some of the things that like they're told to do and they just do like for no reason, it's just like it looks like ridiculous,
Oh,
honestly.
oh
But
yeah, oh yeah.
it
See,
is what
we
it
could
is.
we could say about it, but once we're in it, what would we do? Would we really
Right?
disobey an
Yeah.
order, or like what would we
Yeah,
do?
exactly. That's what I'm
That
saying. Like from a third party, it's very easy to criticize, but yeah, it does look kind of ridiculous.
chain of command is needed. Man should have a soldier disobey command while others counting them to lead to cast. Yeah, exactly. In most
Yeah, I
things, it
agree.
makes
I agree with
sense.
that.
So it's like,
Yeah.
how do you know when you're even making the right decision? It's hard. It's a
Right.
really hard
I don't
thing.
know. Yeah, again, it's all about the third party sort of thing. Like when you look from a third party and you see like certain instances, like
Hey,
what
kill
would it
this
be?
village of kids.
Yeah, like, I don't know, like something like that. It just seems like where do you draw the line? Like where do you draw the line of following orders?
Yeah,
Because there's always that thing of like, oh, I won't get in trouble if I follow orders, but also like like what is what I'm doing like okay? Like I don't, a lot of World War II people like were just their excuse was I was just following orders, right? Like
yeah, oh yeah, and that's why they had the
from
the Stanford experiment. I
like the
think it
war
was
crime
called.
stuff. Yeah,
Yeah, I don't know if it's called the Stanford experiment, but either way, it doesn't matter.
yeah.
Let's keep going with the blog
We
post.
can
We got a
keep
lot
moving.
to
Yeah, we
get
have
to.
some stuff.
Yeah,
We haven't even gotten to the tog yet, like
yeah.
the chapter.
So here's Jinsung. Oh boy, he is sexy as hell, man. I
Art's good.
love
What
this
the
guy.
hell?
Yeah,
This is
dude,
like
these aren't
what's this
doodles
reminding me of?
sometimes. Like, these are good.
Yeah, this reminds me of something, but I don't know what.
It is really good. My goodness.
Yeah, I'll let you carry on.
Hello, and I think this is the last one. It's Monday
Mhm.
again. Today I drew Mr. Ha with one-tone gradation coloring. This kind of coloring works best when the background is realistic, but since I can't do that due to copyright issues, even though this work is not commercial, I just had to make similar vibes. Hee hee. If I ever end up working on something more realistic, I want to do more studies on it. I drew it like this in Like this is Mr. Ha in his 20s and 30s, but it doesn't look like much has changed. Yeah, honestly, he looks the same.
Yeah, is he younger here? I don't know.
It's his 20s
Maybe a
and
little
30s.
bit.
Dude, I'm telling you, sometimes it really depends on the art. Sometimes Jinsung does look old. Sometimes he looks as like a young horse, man. Like it's really
Yeah.
variable, but more recently than ever though, he looks young as shit. Like he really does not look old. Either way. Recently, Mr. Ha just can't catch a break when it comes to his arms, which is crazy. Lore-wise, he got weaker from his peak days, but he's still a strong high ranker. See, and that's the thing I don't understand, right? I mean, I'm probably thinking it's because he hasn't kept up with it, but don't they say the longer you live in the tower, the stronger you get? Like, you don't get weaker from living longer. I feel like you only get weaker if you
Hmm.
just go out of practice.
That's exactly what that's a quote from Jin Sung Ha himself too, actually.
Yeah, when he was talking to, when he was about to get hit by the high ranker weapon, the
Yeah, like somewhere around
anti-high
that.
ranker weapon. Either way, especially when it comes to close combat, he does take the hit when he's faced with things like Calivan's max level defense, REA swords, or Shinwan Ryu, aka Divine Drip. But the way the matchups works, he would be able to beat easily those who Calivan would have been a hard time fighting in a 1v1 matchup. And I love that. Like
Interesting.
Calivan counters his whole thing, and he's still a problem for Calivan too. Calivan even said like, yeah, if you got me like twice good with this, I would be done. The fact that Jinsung is capable of that is just so much glaze, man. I love it.
Hmm.
Since there's been a lot of battles between high rankers, I wonder how big the scale should be. And that's something I've actually questioned a lot. Because back in the day, they showed a big scale for rankers, right? So I'm thinking, okay, high rankers, more power, more big booms, right? Boom,
Mm-hmm.
boom, boom. But, this is where it's not totally the case. Now, I don't know if that's intentional. I don't know if it just ended up like that, but it is what it is. This is a battle between lore and aesthetics, so sometimes aesthetics wins and sometimes the lore wins. Very cool. Since COVID-19 making its rounds again these days, I'm seeing a few people around me coming down with it as well. Everyone, please be careful. I'm finding that I'm not meeting too many people these days either. This is why you should read webtoons to stave off the loneliness. Hey, self-advertisement. I'm able to work excuse me, and interact with you guys online, but I want to see everyone being able to laugh and chat without worry outside. I'll draw my webtoon week by week while waiting for that day to come. I hope you enjoyed this week as well. I'll be back next week. I hope you have a happy and healthy week. Thank you. And that's it. That's the end of the blog post. Man, I miss these, man. I miss these blog posts. I really wish, SIU made more, we had more of the fan translations, but...
Yeah, we need a better connection from, English to Korean content. We've spoken on it already before with, the Urek Mazino story, coming out in Korean and not coming out in English.
Yeah.
And then,
oh
the manhwa, the books, the physical books being, all shitty in English.
Huh.
Yeah, you get the cool ones in Korean.
Yeah. But also, from what Paguste said here, sorry if I'm butchering your name, by the way, but Evan Kell and White would lose to them, but White was washing Calvin. Yeah, dude, it's crazy. Evan Kell, I think, would... see, Evan Kell is such a wild card, because I feel like we haven't seen her 100%, because she kind of can't go 100%, similar to, a character from Seven Deadly, like Escanor. Escanor really can't go as 100% if his friends are around him, because he's going to kill them by accident. Kind of the same thing with Evan Kell. She's just kind of too powerful in that sense, so she has to kind of rein herself in to her detriment. White, yeah. I don't know. White is the biggest upset to me. I was surprised White was holding his own at that point in time. I truly questioned what would have happened afterward when White fought Bomb for the last time, because at that point he was stronger than when he fought Calvin, because he ate more souls, right? He obviously ate, rest in peace, Namo, but he ate Namo. Yeah. I'm sure he absorbed more in the immediate area, so he did get stronger from that fight. Now, granted, I don't think Calvin was going too crazy there either, but still, man. It's very curious to know. But either way, now the blog posts are done. Now we could finally get to the actual reading for Tower of God.
How long did it take us? What
almost
time
an hour.
Almost an hour.
Almost
right,
an hour. So, what happened last time on Tower of God Z, Adrian? And
okay, I remember this time because it was quite a big ending.
Shit, dude. This where we left off is getting me so stiffy. I'm very excited, and
I think one of the best.
We kind of have it right here, just in our faces.
Yeah.
Oh man, did you miss last week? Is there VOD? Sadly, no. There's gonna be no VODs on Twitch anymore, and a lot of people have been asking about this. The way Twitch works, and the way this kind of aligns with what we wanted anyway. If you're not here for it live, I feel for you. I'm sorry, but we try and encourage people to come to the lives as much as they can. If you miss it, it's gonna be on YouTube. Sadly, on a delay. So, if you missed it, you're gonna have to wait. Sorry about that, but. It's not even totally our reasoning too. There's an argument to be made if we want to have it on the Twitch, sure. But this is where Twitch took it out of my hands, because we can't have any more highlights above 100 hours. And I do other stuff on the Twitch channel, so it's going to get automatically deleted. But it works out anyway, because like I said, I want Twitch to be the place where you can see it live, so you're caught up. And if you're not caught up, you have to wait at the delay to watch the VOD on YouTube. Yeah. So.
We used to have the VODs on Twitch, and people were able to watch them. That was pretty cool. But it is good to have more people go to YouTube. Although I do feel like the delay is a bit large on YouTube. I don't know if you feel the same way. It is, because there's a certain point where, if we ask Azul for something, it's going to be a month, or not even a month. Well, about a month before he's going to actually see it. Yeah, I was debating of talking to you about it with the whole changes to Twitch, that we should maybe reduce the Well, the whole reason there's the delay is because there's such a backlog, right? Yeah, which is more also we to help us. We could at least reduce it a little bit, just because we've kind of been on top of stuff. I don't know. We'll see.
We'll definitely see
Just
because we're
thinking
so
about the fans
consistent.
or whatever, because I do
The,
feel bad for them who
the
miss
biggest
and then they
thing,
have to.
of
Yeah.
course, yeah, the biggest thing I'm fearful of is for
Hmm.
some reason either I can't do it, which is the big thing, because push comes to shove, especially when you were like on your journey in like the outer tower or whatever. I
Hmm.
did
Yeah.
it by
Yeah.
myself, right? And that VOD just went up live on YouTube too.
Yep.
This is where I'll still do it myself, but let's just say something happens to me where I can't even do the episode. I don't want people to be without anything on either side, right? So if you can make the live stream, great. If you can't make the live stream, something comes out on YouTube. If we're fully caught up with both and then something doesn't come out 1 week, I'll feel really bad. Like I want something to be
Yep.
coming out at all times. So it's a safety net. It does lead to some schism at some point for certain people, probably a lot of people, sadly, because I know everyone's on top of the YouTube stuff because they love the series, which I'm happy about. So it's something we definitely have to think about. I'm up to maybe reducing it, but it's because there's so much of a backlog, and we should have a backlog. I think it's good, but to have it be this big, I mean, I like it being big because it gives us more of a safety net, but
Safer.
I doubt we'll ever miss more than a week or two because we've never missed it once from the start of the series. We've done
Hmm.
this extremely consistently, so it's a
Yeah.
it's a good argument. We'll debate about it. We'll definitely debate about it, Pakuste. But that's something we'll think about it, and we'll get to it in the background. We'll
Yeah.
think about
Imagine
it.
waking up on Sunday instead of one episode, we drop three to lower the
Well, I
thing
was thinking, should we just drop it like in mass, or should we
all
spread it out
together.
like one on Wednesday, one on Friday, one on
So like
Sunday until
three
we get like
episodes in one
kind of caught
week.
up? Yeah, until we're like a week behind, maybe, or 2 weeks behind. I
Yeah.
don't know.
Yeah. I think a week behind is maybe a little too close. And maybe like two would probably be where we close it up,
Maybe,
just to be
yeah,
safe.
maybe. Either way, we'll
Yeah.
think about it. But anyway,
Mhm.
where are we at now, Adrian?
Right. So we just had the grand finale of the nest, I guess you could call it, right? Where
Finally,
Hansung came to the idea. I mean, we had a lot of moving parts in this whole issue thing here, but we
yes.
came to the conclusion that everyone was getting back on the ship where Traumarai came from
Mhm.
and throwing it into the teleporter and blowing it up at the same time, because it was hinted from very long ago that if you teleport using one of these devices while it's destroyed, you can be sent somewhere randomly. I think one of the royal guards were mentioning it because they
Yes.
were aware that Lafave broke one of the teleporting devices, so they were a little bit concerned that if they teleported while Lafave was in the process of destroying the other one, that it could send them somewhere random to the tower.
Yes.
So, with that thought in mind, Hans and you thought that would be the perfect opportunity. Well, maybe not the perfect, but their best shot of escaping
Of just
Traumarai.
surviving.
Exactly, right? Because we had the family head come here. There isn't really anyone there to help us. So
I
the
thought it
power
was gonna be
skills.
Anne Jihad, man. I really thought in that suspendium we were gonna find Anne. Like, oh, this is the secret place Jihad has her hidden. Because once you go in, you can't get out. It was perfect, man. It was perfect.
Yeah. Well, it
But it was just
wasn't. It
shitty
was
Leviathan.
Leviathan. Yeah.
Shitty ass
So I
Leviathan.
guess you hate Leviathan now, huh? Yeah.
Listen,
He's a
I
bit of
don't. I
he has
don't hate
anger
him.
issues, I think.
Listen, to be expected, but listen, when you got something like Enraged Rapid over there, how am I supposed to like Leviathan, man?
And Cobalt.
And Cobalt, exactly. I think he has
Imagine
tough
if Cobalt was
competition.
in the freaking thing.
I would think that's like a family level threat. If they put that tiny ass frog, right? Because he's not big. If they put that tiny, like human sized frog in that suspendium, I'd be like, dude, this thing probably has some god powers or something.
We love Cobalt.
Yes, we do.
He's
And
so cool,
Traumaray
man.
loves him too, because Traumaray trusts him. Drummer is like, all
Yep.
right, Cobalt, get them for me. And
Mm-hmm.
Cobalt does exactly that.
Yeah, he appears to be the only one that's not controlled from what we can see visually without
Yes.
the little Omega sign.
Yeah, that's why he's the highest one on the tier list, aside from like the main animals. Like the
Yep.
sweet fish and the Thriaces.
Yep.
But either way.
Yep, carrying on. So we teleported, right? And we split into three pieces. I don't remember everyone who's on each piece, but if I recall, I can just name a few. We have
Yeah.
Bomb Side, which is actually what we're seeing right now. Bomb
Well,
teleported.
before. This is a prequel, believe it or not.
Oh,
Before
right. Yeah, yeah,
Lopobia
yeah.
Warp. So we're
So,
gonna ironically see right before this happens.
yeah. So Bomb, we have himself, Jinsung Cha, I think, and maybe
Mm-hmm.
one more, plus the Lopobia family head Traumarai. So
Mm-hmm.
I think it's those three. I don't know if there's one more person with Bomb. I think it's just the three guys.
Mm-hmm.
Um, Yeah, so
I actually
those
didn't
three.
realize that Paguste. Like, I didn't realize he calls his family heads the animals. So his animals have actual names, but the family heads, or sorry, the branch leaders. What am I saying? Family heads. The branch heads don't have actual names to him. He
That's a good
treats his
point.
he treats his animal better than his people,
I
bro.
never thought about that.
Like, oh, instead of calling Perseus, he calls him horse. Bro, that's fucked up.
I don't. Maybe that was like their code names or whatever, right? I think that's what they called them, right? Like it was like Perseus, aka something something horse
Well, the
or
AKA is the
the
thing
stallion.
Chomere calls them.
Yeah,
Oh, if
he
that's
doesn't
true,
call
that's
them by their
fucking
government name.
fucked up. He calls him by some just like lowly shit, bro. But he calls Cobalt an actual name. Oh man. Okay, okay, go ahead.
Cobalt deserves it.
Yeah, he does.
Yeah, so we have those guys with Tromrai. Cool.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sure
Mm-hmm.
they'll have fun together,
Mm-hmm.
especially with the new offer that he gave to Bomb, right? Because I don't think he's going to be escaping that now that he's still
Mm.
there. So the escape plan didn't really work. So we'll have to catch up with them later.
And you know what? This is
We
one of the
have
few times I actually will pull up the old chapter because this part here was such a funny fucking part. I don't know if you're gonna mention it or not, but
yeah.
I think you're getting near it. I don't know if you were gonna mention it, but
I'll let you take the reins on it. Yeah, I wasn't
so
going to mention it by name, but if you want to, you
nah,
can.
dude, you love this part. You gotta mention it,
I was going to
man.
hint at it.
You hint at it. It's one of your favorite parts, I think. But here, right here, when they all get into the spot, and they're like, "Oh yeah, we're finally getting out of here. Everything's exploding." Look right here. What's happening? So look,
Yeah,
the head of the Lopopia family won't just let us warp. We'll pray for a miracle. And look,
that's
someone
right.
says that's right. And then look, they're like, huh? Ooh.
He was just there the whole time.
He was just watching them and he's just standing there. And he's just here. That miracle is going to happen. He doesn't think it. Dude, this is hilarious because he's so straight faced and calm. Oh my fucking god. Oh my fucking god, man. It's so good. It's so funny. And this is where actually a YouTube comment pointed this out to me, I think, that and it's ironic because the YouTube is so far behind, but it actually explains something in this chapter here. All the high family heads and high rankers can teleport, I think, locally. Like in short distances, like personal teleportation isn't really that rare, from what I could remember from the
Oh,
comment. So
they might
all
have
the
been
family heads
referring
could do it,
to. Oh, okay.
and Urek.
Yeah, they might have
Well,
been referring
Urek
to an
might be
episode where
different,
we
but
saw what's his face, the Kelhalam do like the teleporting thing, and we were like, well, that must be so unique or whatever.
yeah, like what's difference about like Kel Halam's thing? Well, what's the difference there? But I think he could just
Yeah,
do like big shit and other shit. I don't
yeah,
think.
he seems to have no limitation, especially when he's with Sola, like
Yeah,
assisting him.
I think
Or
with
it's
like
not Sola, Solo.
so. Oh yeah, yeah. Sola's the one that's still running around alive,
Yeah,
unlike her counterpart. But yeah, I think Kel Halam's one is definitely more avoided. I think these people's one is just personal. Like Traumer can't really teleport. Or maybe he can. The family heads are always the exception, but
mm-hmm.
teleportation isn't as crazy as we thought. But regardless.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Uh,
So
yeah, and,
that's our
and
first group.
Paguste is saying it's fucked what Traumer does with the names, man. Oh my god. Yeah, dude, it's so funny that Traumer is just chilling there. He really seems like so chill where it's like maybe if he didn't get fucked or if he's not like bored, he'd honestly be like a very cool guy to maybe be around, man. It's just he's just a fucker. Oh my god.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and they distort space. That's what it was. They distort space.
So the thing that Uruk did in the Hell Train arc, or not Hell Train, hidden, not hidden
Floor
floor,
death.
floor of death, floor of
Yeah.
death. There you go.
So many
So many
floors.
arcs.
Yeah.
I'm going crazy.
But
Yeah,
basically, they could basically teleport, even though it's
kind of
distorted space
crazy.
is basically teleporting. But either way, so yeah, what happened? What happened next?
Yeah, yeah. So we have two other groups. We have the group of a lot of the Fug people, right? Like Yama, Doom, Yasracha. Actually, I think is with them too.
Hmm.
Um, I think also Karaka's with them. Just a bunch of our Fug guys, right?
Mhm.
Just in that group together. I think Hansagu might be there too. And then the third group I think is mostly the enemies, honestly,
Yeah,
from the
yeah, the
Lopavia family.
Lopovia
So
families, yeah.
the their what are they called? The Royal Guard. So I'm not going to say
Yeah.
their names because I don't remember all of them.
It
But
doesn't matter. They're not
if you get
important.
time, I figured it out. But yeah, so that's how it is. They teleported, right?
Mm-hmm.
There's so what do I want to go from here? So I guess we already know where Bomb teleported, right?
You missed the big thing though. You missed
Oh
the
yeah,
big
yeah. There's
thing.
one more. That's what I was thinking of. Okay, yeah. There was one more thing, right? Gustang, right? Is that what you were gonna bring up?
No, you missed two big things then.
I missed two big things.
Yeah, one of the
Should
things
we
is
start with yours?
Gustang. It is
Okay,
Gustang.
okay.
The other
What was
thing
the other
was
one?
what happened to the Bomba.
Oh yeah, the bomb in the cat tower.
Because I was
Yeah,
gonna
it
say,
turned
how
out
is
to be a
Cha there
dude.
with them? You know,
Right,
how did
right.
Cha survive?
Yeah, so this whole scenario in the cat tower got resolved pretty quick, actually. Because well, first of all, I'll start with the bomb. So the bomb ended up being one of the dudes. Big shocker, right? He turned out to be like some weird robot thing.
Lucille.
Who even knew what that was? Fusil, yeah, you remembered his name now. He detonated, and our boy Cha, as cool as he is, you know, always
He
tried to
tried to
take the
tank
blow.
that shit.
He
Yeah,
was just
what
like,
the
I'll
fuck?
die and everyone else will live or something. Maybe he would have
Yeah.
lived, who knows? But he tried to tank it. It turned out he didn't need to do it because we had our second Fug elder. Thinking of her name right now, so I'm buying time.
Sophia.
Sophia,
Sophia
yeah.
Tan.
Sophia Tan, yeah. And she's a light bearer.
Mm-hmm.
So they did mention that she was supposed to be their escape route, right? Because she was, you know, strong and whatnot. But we didn't really know exactly how powerful she was. So we got to see a good display of her power when she basically neutralized the bomb that was supposed to be like a world-ending thing, right? They were saying everyone is going to die, leaving a few high rankers, right?
Yeah.
Like, it doesn't matter how close or far you were. If you're in the cat tower, you're going to die. Unless you're a high ranker. So for Sophia to just show up with like a million freaking lighthouses and just like, you know,
and that's not an opera, right?
Make it not matter. I don't think so. No.
Okay.
Because there's only three, right? I wouldn't think that Sophia would have one because we already know for certain that
one of them is
Repulus-
it's Repulista's one, yeah.
So if there's only two more out there, I'd be a bit cautious to say that she has the opera.
Okay.
So yeah, I don't think so. I just think she's very talented with shields and stuff. And I mean, that's pretty much what the best light bearers do. If you remember El Pathion, his whole thing was that he was trying to defend everyone from I think it was Evankel at the time, and he was struggling too. But
yeah, I mean, how can
Sophia
you
Tan
not?
was able to, yeah. Mm-hmm. The question is, would Sophia Tan be able to hold off Evankel?
Oh, I think absolutely. Because remember, she's an elder.
She is, yeah.
Yeah, I think if there was anyone who could do it, I definitely think Sophia could. I love doing this, by the way. I love just like matching up characters to see like who's stronger. Yeah.
Yeah,
like,
that's a huge thing in the Tower Guide community because you'll never get those answers. It's very hard.
I really like that.
I'm a big fan. Even when like we disagree and stuff like that, I'm totally up to.
As long as the reasoning is sound,
things.
You know,
exactly.
Because there's always the best thing about Tower God is there's always a point where you could be wrong. Like unless it's very evidently said, which is almost never. There's a point where you could be wrong.
Yeah. Also, and I'm glad you brought that up.
I was gonna say I also agree with Paguste. Fusil was a dollar store Karaka.
He sure was. Yeah. That's true.
Anyway. What were you gonna bring?
Yeah, he didn't have the right armor. Karaka is still alive. Oh yeah, so we were talking about like power scaling and stuff like that. I want to bring up something that was spoken in the comments about a certain regular.
I've
been hearing a lot of people disrespecting Anjahad.
Ooh, yo, lay it down, Adrian, because I'm confused and people are confusing me. Use your guide powers here.
Now this is all my
conjecture,
my speculation, right? And I know that everyone else is also technically speculating, right? Because we've never met Anjahad, right? So all these people saying Anjahad would never be able to beat a family head type shit, they've never met them, right? So we don't really know. But I honestly believe, and this is just my personal theory, I have said this before, I think when Anjahad was captured by the princesses, I think she let herself get captured. Because I think there's no way that someone as powerful as her, being 7th ranked in the tower, or I think it was 7, somewhere around that, tied with the Dori Jihad, had multiple, what's it called, 13-month series. Extremely powerful, right?
Mm-hmm.
And even, what is it called? Garam was...
She had the colorless December?
Yeah, the colorless December. Yeah, one of the strongest ones, too, if I'm not mistaken.
Mm-hmm.
So extremely strong, yada yada. From 2 family heads. Yeah, she's a regular, but how could she be an irregular? She literally can't, because if she's like, because we don't really know how things work, right? Because if you're born in the tower, can you be born in the tower as an irregular? I feel like you can't, because you kind of have to come from outside and then come in order to get that irregular status.
But doesn't that
So I feel
irregular status bring power with it? Because here's my big question, right?
right. Mm-hmm.
Eric isn't strong because he was an irregular. He was strong because he's born outside the tower, right?
Mm-hmm.
It just so
Exactly.
happens that all the irregulars that come from outside the tower are strong, yes,
Mm-hmm.
but it's not because of the title of irregular. Because quite literally, look at the biggest example we have of this
Mm-hmm.
that proves everything right with what we're saying is Rachel. Rachel
Mm-hmm.
is weak as shit. She's an irregular, technically, right? She is an
Mm-hmm.
irregular. She came from outside the tower when she wasn't invited, even though she originally I thought she was, but regardless, right?
Mm-hmm.
She
Mm-hmm.
is an irregular, but she has nothing special going on. So
Yep.
this is where the irregular title does not give you the power. It just so happened every person from outside the tower is fucking crazy, powerful, like
Yeah.
they're
It
uber strong.
just.
So
Yeah.
so the question becomes if these uber strong people have kids, yeah, they don't have the irregular title, but they're going to be uber fucking strong too. The only thing I think people are hanging on to with this is the immortality contract. I think the immortality contract
Okay.
nullifies anything from any Towerborn doing anything to them. Sure.
Right, but we've discussed this, right? About the immortality contract. Just because you're immortal doesn't mean you can't be defeated,
Or unless
right?
you're blood matter.
Yeah, excluding blood matter, of course. But like these immortal people can still be subdued, like or
You can
taken
knock
out
them out.
somehow.
You can knock them
Exactly.
out.
Let's say, yeah, like I guess a good example would be someone like Wangnan, right? Like let's say one of them were like Wangnan, where it's like they're immortal,
You
and
can still fuck them
I don't know,
up.
maybe Wangnan's not the best example, but I think anyone who's been watching the series up
I
until now
don't think
knows that
they're
Wangnan
invulnerable.
just doesn't die, right?
Yeah,
So
they're not invulnerable. Like I think like it
exactly,
begs the question:
they
if
can.
you can hurt them, right, but
Mhm.
they can't die, what happens if you can incinerate their body? Like, what if your power is like extreme burning, like Yeon, right? Let's just say
Mhm.
Yeon goes to a family head and completely incinerates them, and like let's assume they're not invulnerable. Let's just say they actually get burned. Will they just spawn back? Will the administrator come in and just spawn them back because of the contract? How does it work? Is it inherent to them in their physiology now? Is it something
Right.
the administrator will come and step in and do? We don't know, right? But
Yeah.
at the end of the day, I don't think they're immune. Now, granted, we don't know because we haven't seen a family head get hurt aside from them fighting
Mhm.
each other. Because we do know they could fuck each other up from the floor of death, or sorry, the hidden floor. My bad, the hidden floor.
Mhm.
But it really depends. You think if he
And that
gave
might
the
that's
order to
probably
have
before they got the immortality though, because these are kid versions of them when they were regulars.
oh,
So you
also
have
to
to take
kind
that
of
into.
yeah, to kind of respond to Baguste here, right?
Mhm.
I think he wants to wipe out his family. He can't kill Gustang though. He's not going to be able to kill Gustang. He might put Gustang in prison. He might, seal him somewhere, right?
Well, again, we don't know, right? Because we don't know like what is the contract requirements for the immortality. Like you're saying,
Can
they could
Jihad
have
go to them
something,
and say, "Hey, revoke his access to it" or something? Or
right? Because it comes from the Guardian. So just like it comes from the Guardian, it could also be removed from the Guardian by some means, right? Like surely it's not like some
yes,
easy thing like, hey, take away his immortality, but it's on the table, right? Like it's not like the
it's
more we
above
meet the
them.
family heads, because we're kind of getting to the point where it's like a lot of, and this happens a lot with like antagonists, right? Like these
Hmm.
big antagonists, they're very powerful, but a lot of their power comes from their mystery, right? The fact that we don't understand them. But the more you learn about these characters and understand them, they become more mortal to you. You know what I mean? Like the more we understand the
Hmm.
way the 10 family heads, like once we understand how their immortality works or how their actual powers work, they start to become like a problem that's actually solvable.
Yeah, you
I think
could
a big
figure out something.
we don't understand how they work. Another thing, and this is credit to SIU's like storytelling, is that he kind of there's a lot of instances where it's like a false narrator of some sorts, where it's like people say, these people are godlike, these people have like, split seas. Like for example, they said Edwan can like, destroy a mountain or something like that with his spear. I forgot exactly what they
No,
said, or
you know what they said? They said if
the
he
tower.
ignites his spear, he'll destroy. It'll go through half the tower's floors. Like it'll
Right,
go from
right.
like 60, 70 floors. It'll go through
Exactly.
like 60 of them.
Like a
That
lot
might
of this
be a
stuff
little
needs to
bit
be
of
taken with a
bullshit.
grain of salt. Exactly.
Yeah.
So it's like, because these are being said from regulars, and regulars see the tower completely different as we do, like being the reader, right? Like they see the Ten family heads as like super strong and stuff like that, but we all
It's
know
like a
that like
myth to them. It's like
they're
mythos.
exactly because they're strong, because it's like the whole instance of like, you remember the saying, it's like any technology
Yeah,
significantly advanced is like indistinguishable from magic,
yeah, because
right?
you're gonna be so lost to how it works, you're just not even gonna
Yeah,
comprehend what it's doing, and it's gonna seem impossible to even have something do that. So I do
exactly.
agree,
So
and we're
the
not
10
saying they're
family
weak.
heads,
We're not saying
yeah,
they're weak here.
yeah, we're just saying that there are limits to what they can do, and the stories being told overestimate them because they make them
Potentially.
seem like they're omnipotent or whatever. Especially things with like Jihad saying, and we've talked a lot about how like Jihad seems to be a bit stressed about like keeping control over
Maybe he's not as strong as people
his
think,
tower thing. Maybe
yo.
he's as strong as people think. Maybe he's not as all knowing as people think, even though he seems to do those sorts of things, right? But it seems like a lot of his systems have a lot of like checks and
Safeguards.
balances and stuff like
Yeah.
that. For example, the princess system, right? He has the ghost of the 13 months. Why would he set something up like that? You know, there's always like these weird things he needs to like, or safety checks and things to make sure that like
I mean, you could
nothing
always
goes
explain
wrong.
it. You can always explain it as if, like, oh, maybe he's just paranoid, or maybe he's just a guy who likes safety. Like, you
Yeah,
could
like
always
he's
explain it like
paranoid, kind
that.
of. Yeah,
But why are you
is how I
paranoid
feel.
if you have complete, like, control? It
Exactly.
doesn't
Like
make
if he was this
sense.
godlike person, why would he have to do all these things
Unless he just likes
to
it.
ensure his power? Yeah,
Also,
I don't know. I'm not going into more detail because like I'm kind of forgetting like all the things we talked about. We went
we
into
said it
detail in
multiple
previous
times. Yeah.
episodes. Yeah.
One of the biggest things, though, and I asked this too, and Paguste brings this up, why are there slayers if they can't do anything? And that is the biggest thing I said, because by
Hmm.
this logic, a slayer has to be an irregular, because the irregulars are the only people who have a chance to even do something to the family heads that nullifies the contract. But the only logical conclusion here is, if you're a non-slayer, you could still subdue them or do something. This is where ultimately I think it's possibly this, and again, we're never going to have an answer, but they're either going to do it as a declaration of war, like, okay, Pobadao, you're divorced from the family and we're fighting you, and now everyone's going to see, so everyone knows you're not really under the 10 families anymore, it's the 9 families now, right? So it could be a symbolic thing to, because, if you hate the guy, you're not going to just let him chill and do whatever, you're going to fight him, even if it's going to lead to nothing, right? I
Hmm.
don't think, unless they could undo his contract somehow, I don't think they can do anything to Gustang himself. So it's either A, more symbolic, or B, they just want to get his family out of here as a punishment. Like, they might not be able to do anything to him, but he's now going to have a hard time doing anything publicly in the tower. It's going to be harder for him to live. And now his family is going to get punished for it, which I'm assuming he cares to an extent, but regardless.
Yeah. Hmm. And this brings up another like plot point about how the 10 family heads are not so unified as they once were, or at least as we thought they were, right? Because they've been ruling for so long. Who knows when it started to happen, like when the cracks started to form. But now we're seeing the first instance of where one is getting ousted. And I think it was either Gusting or Trauma himself that said that like things are kind of like shaking, right? Like especially with how to treat Bomb, there were like disagreements on like what they should do and stuff like that. So they're not all on the same page. And yeah, I mean, there's just so much that we don't know about these
The
characters. So,
the biggest thing that was said, and
uh,
it's because of Bomb, is they said Bomb is going to bring great change to the tower. Whether that's good or bad, we're seeing the great change happen even with the family heads, man. They're cracking. They're
right,
cracking.
yeah, I kind of want to bring this like full circle, right? Because we started this about Anjahad, so I think we made. I don't even know like how to wrap it up honestly, but I think we made a good enough point that like a regular. Well, maybe we didn't make a good enough point, but like
I think the
I
biggest
feel
thing is
like
just you're not bound by the tower's rules. I think that's what it is. Even if you're not
yeah,
strong, you're still not bound by the tower's rules. Now, if you're not strong, you can't really take advantage of that to any realistic extent, but it's still there. I think that's the biggest thing with the
hmm,
regulars, they can bypass the rules. But that doesn't mean you're strong, i.e., Rachel. Rachel can
yeah.
bypass it if she was strong, but she can't because she's not. But that
Isn't it
option is there for her.
strange? Isn't it strange that none of the family heads have produced another irregular? Like they're always like it's almost like they're nerfed once they produce like
Well,
more.
not really, because have we ever seen their firstborns?
I don't think we
The
have. I
only thing we've
mean,
mentioned with
we
the
don't know.
firstborns is that, the Hidden Grove was killing them.
Right. And if the Hidden Grove were capable of doing that, then they're obviously not family head level.
Yeah, but you can also argue that the family heads are old and they had time to develop, right? Because look
Right.
at it like this: Baum was able to go toe to toe, and I would argue, even now, granted, he has all the buffs in the world. Baum was able to
Hmm.
go toe to toe after training with Ed One also with Data Jihad, and he was kind of winning.
So
Now,
you're saying
granted,
they needed time to grow.
yeah, because I
Mhm.
guarantee you, right? There's probably people in the tower who can fight the data versions of the family heads before they were family heads, and they'd win. They'd probably win.
Mhm.
So, because if Bomb is winning at that point in time, do you think Bomb could beat White when he was fighting Data Jihad?
No,
No.
right?
So by this logic, White could go in there and beat Data Jihad at that point, right?
That's a good point. Yeah.
So when the family heads were younger, they're not these godlike
And
crazy
they're still
beings.
irregulars. They were
Yeah,
still
and they were still
irregulars back
irregular. So
then.
this is where I think you obviously need time to really progress and stuff.
Yeah. So this brings us back to Anjahad, who's ranked
Yes,
7, right?
yes.
And she is the
Oh,
product of
wait.
2 family heads.
Hold on.
Yeah.
One more thing I gotta say.
Okay.
Pagrusta, I think you're completely fucking wrong here. I'm sorry. I don't think they have. I do think each Slayer should have some special thing. I don't think this really helps at all, and I'll tell you why, right? They do have something special. I don't think it mostly matters to bypass the immortality. That's where I think the schism is. Yama having the ancient that Nenya had does not matter. That thing could not do shit to Traumarai, and it even said, I can't do shit, I'm out of here. He wanted to leave. He wanted to legit leave Nenya, and Nenya was like, oh no, please go into my child. Do you remember? Am
Well,
I
he mentioned that
misremembering that?
Nen he mentioned that Nen was too weak of a host, that he couldn't really cook because she
That's
was too
true,
weak.
but listen, I doubt, like, I really doubt if these ancients can match a family head. That's like to me, like you'd have to convince me of that with what we've seen of the ancients so far. Maybe it's just bad luck that they were introduced this early. Who knows?
Mhm.
But if the ancients like Evan Kel and Kel Halam's one were fighting, and maybe they weren't going all out, but to just kind of see the level of power they're around and see what they're doing. I'm not saying they're weak. I
Mhm.
don't think they could touch the family heads, man.
You
Just
know,
in my opinion.
it seems to be implied that they could eventually reach that point, but yeah, just like you said, from what we've seen, they just haven't shown that
That
level yet.
level,
But
exactly.
it does feel like they are capable of that because they seem to have very high praise, and we just haven't seen like our strongest example of an ancient. They all seem to be like either nerfed or like in some way like weaker.
Held
And that
back,
could have a
yeah.
lot to do with the fact they're often contracted by people. Maybe there isn't like a perfect sort of connection.
Who
Who knows?
knows? Exactly. So the next thing, Karaka is theorized to be a Jihad clone. I think this is the strongest argument. Not the Jihad clone part, because we really don't know what the fuck Karaka is yet. But Karaka has the fucking shadow world. I don't know how you're supposed to get out of that if he pushes you in there, unless he wants you to, right? Have
Hmm.
we ever seen an instance where someone can get out of there on their own without him allowing it?
I don't think so.
The only problem is his heart isn't there. So I don't know if he'd want
Right.
someone in there like that, but
Hmm.
regardless. White devouring, White with the devouring demon, I still think that's a little bit of a cap because he still has to kill them. Like, I don't think White could do anything. If he does somehow, and can they even die? White's one is very, up in the air too. I don't think he could do anything either. He can infinite scale, but then again, so can these family heads. Everyone can infinite scale, it's just White does it in a certain way. I think a lot of people
Hmm.
slow down once they hit like, their apex. Because again, according to Ginseng, everyone does get stronger with age, but it kind of slows down at a certain point, right? It'll keep going, but it'll be incremental, like very small. So it's really hard, right? Ja went out of his way to hunt them. They had one set, so he obviously was concerned about them. I think that was more for the information they had. I think he did that because of information. Mikhail also said, or Ancient said they were waiting for something. The biggest weakness of the world of darkness is the heart. Yeah, exactly. That's what I said. But a lot of these Slayers so far, aside from maybe Karaka, aside from the heart debuff there, they really don't have a lot. Like, sure, they have something, but even then, I just think the whole thing with Fug is these guys are really overestimating their ability, and it really makes sense why Jihad's army is not that concerned with them. Partly because they can't fully deal with them because it's impossible, they're like roaches, but also because they're roaches. What are they going to really do to you? Yeah, roach is annoying. It's not really a threat, though, so it is what it is. Now, granted, maybe the roach has a disease and it might kill them eventually. Who knows? But I think they should just. I mean, whatever. We're getting off track. Let's get back to the story. Jesus Christ. Go ahead, Adrian. What else are we missing? Okay, well.
Let me leave it to you for a little bit. I have to fix something.
Okay, cool. All right, so basically to round out the recap here, right? They did the teleport. Shamrai was with them after Sophia Tan showed off her power. So basically, a lot of people split up, right? we have one big group who went with Sophia and got out, and then we have the three smaller groups, some being the Lopobias, some being our side, where they teleported God knows where. We don't know where the other two groups are that teleported. We do know where Bomb, well, relatively where Bomb is, and we know they're right gonna be near Lilial Jihad's floating carrier. And this is where, ironically enough, this has to do with the POV cam here. This is directly following Bomb's basically middle finger, excuse me, to Traumarai. Traumarai said, "Hey, I want you to come to my family. I want to have you as like a pet, even though I see you as a human." So that was a little weird. But this is where he's like, I want you to join the family, and you'll even be my, I don't want to say protege, but you'll be the heir to the Lopobia family. So he will basically, I guess, eventually own the Lopobia family. I don't know. Like, usually you're an heir if something is going to happen to the person who owns it. But unless Traumarai somehow dies, somehow Fug gets him, or somehow he just, I guess, taps out, unless Trauma is just like, okay, you know what, I'm retired, I don't know how Obama is supposed to get this shit. So maybe it's just like an honorary title, like, hey, this guy is my second up because I like him so much. Which is a big FU to the rest of the family, but I don't think Traumarai cares because, he literally calls them animals. He doesn't even call them by their names. But regardless, this is where he said, "Bomb, do this." Bomb said no. Traumarai got upset. Jinsung came in and was like, "Please, please, great Traumarai, even though I'm a part of Fug, I am also Ha, and I know your greatness." And he basically stroked his like wiener a little bit. He's like, "Traumarai, you're so cool. Please, Bomb is like an actual person, like you said. He's young. Respect his choice, respect his freedom." Now, what did that mean to Traumarai? Traumarai basically said, "Okay, I'll ask you again." Because Traumarai was like, "You know what? I've had enough." And he wasn't going to kill him. This is where it's almost like what Yasracha was doing with Yama and Doom and them, right? Yasracha kept saying, "If you don't do this, I'm going to kill you. I'm going to kill you." He never fucking did. Traumarai is almost the same way to me. Traumarai is like, "Hey, if you don't take my choice or, my offer here, I'm going to kill you." But he never did. He's saying, "Okay, instead of killing you, I'm going to force you to marry who I want." Which still doesn't sound like a bad thing, because I'm sure he's not going to make Bomb marry like some lowly wench in the Lopobia family. Now, obviously, there's a choice, and having a choice is better than I guess him choosing. It might be incompatible. But at the end of the day, Bomb loves consent, and Bomb is a nice guy, so he even asked him, "Will they want this?" And Traumarai kind of took it the wrong way. I think Traumarai was like, "Oh, I'll make sure they want it." Kind of like reassuring Bomb, like, "Don't worry, it doesn't matter what they think, I'll make sure." But that's the worst thing for Bomb to fucking say, bruh. It's so funny. It's so funny. But either way, yeah, I know what you mean, Paguste. I don't know about Bomb replacing Kieran or stuff, because I don't think they're the heirs to the family. They are the stand-ins for the family head, but I think Bomb would even be above them. Like, Bomb would be like the second in command that Kieran and whoever else is like the stand-in would have to listen to. So I think he's even above them. But regardless, right? This is where he'd probably be the basically the family head. He'd be like a new position above Kieran and them that is newly added right below the family head. He's like the pseudo family head, more than Kieran is. But regardless, right? This is where Bob still said no, I want consent, and Traumar was just like, "Oh, okay." And then we had the badass scene where Traumar was like, "All right, you know what? You're all insects. I told you don't move. You're all being very disrespectful to me. Fuck it." And then he used his divine drip and just let that shit rip like it was fucking Beyblade. He went stupid mode. He went crazy. Everything started getting fucked up. Everyone was like, "We gotta go," and they left. And obviously, I already showed off the panel where Traumarai was in their thing. And again, the biggest thing that's growing on me with Traumarai that is absolutely fucking hilarious is just his lack of emotion, his lack of expression. Now, again, I've said that's because of maybe some traumatic past, probably with Arlene and Jihad and stuff. Maybe he liked Arlene too. But who knows? I'm sure we'll find out more. I hope we find out more. But this is such an interesting dynamic to me. This dynamic where it's like, oh, now he's kind of stuck, right? Because he doesn't know where he is. I'm sure he can get back to where he needs to be. But this is the worst time for this to happen. Because like Adrian said, Gusting came up. And who knows if Gusting planned this? Who knows if he knows it's happening? Who knows if he came in to do that to try and save Bomb? Or if it just was coincidental, it was at the same time? Or if he did it to try and get one up on Traumarai because he knows Traumarai is coming to fuck up his family. There's so many what ifs that it's so fucking good. It's literally so good. And at this point, they can't stop Gustang. Like, Traumarai was supposed to go back. They can't go back now. At least in time, unless they had Kelhalam or something. Like, dude, the Lopobias are basically fucked. Imagine this, like, by the end of this, they told everyone, okay, Lopobia is going to eliminate Pobedao. Now, at the end of this, we're going to hear, okay, almost all of Lopobia is dead because of Pobedao, because of the counterattack with his, like, stupid book that is, like, basically the Death Note, pretty much. He just said destruction, and like Paguste said, that shit just started blowing up. Like, what the hell? The the Lopobias are basically up the river without a paddle, and they're probably begging to fucking Jihad right now, like, please, where's Chamarai? And he's just fucked. And it doesn't even look like he really cares, but I'm sure he cares enough to stop it. Or he would have tried to stop it, or at the very least talk to Pobedao, or to Gustang. But either way, there's a lot of what ifs. I'm very excited. And obviously, I think the way this story is going, which we're about to see, after Jesus Christ, an hour and a fucking half of just doing other shit. We're about to see Travarai force Lilial to try and marry Bomb, and I imagine Bomb's gonna say no. And Bomb has some of the strongest posse with him. Bomb right now has, if I remember correctly, he has Cha with him, who's Chad. He has Jinsung, and I forgot who else he has. But I'm sure we'll see it soon. But either way, this is extremely exciting. I love when it gets more to the romance side. Let's fucking see. Oh, that's it? He just had Cha and Jinsung? Oh, shit. Okay. Alright, well, let's take a look. Dude, I'm so curious what's gonna happen, because Tromrai is the big, like, he's the big monkey wrench in this shit. I'm so excited. Let's see. Inside Lilil Jihad's floating carrier. And remember, this is before they even got there, I think. Even though I think that in the background is the thing. But let's see. Oh, nah. Oh, nah. We're already starting off strong in chapter 128 here. Oh, nah. Oh, look at her. She's so pretty. And the best part is she's crazy. But as crazy as she is, and this is where, you know, an important thing was brought up that, again, we don't fully know how this is going to work. And again, we theorize that maybe it's because Lopobia is so loyal, and maybe he'll get like a special favor, but how much sway do the family heads have over the princesses? Because princesses are technically jihads, they're not the families anymore. But even Trauma, I said, yeah, I'll force one of them to stop being a princess so they can marry you. And it's like, what? Is he trying to farm Bomb's seed? Because imagine this, right? And I think this is Traumarai's thinking. God, her fucking hand is so sexy, by the way. Traumarai's thinking is like, okay, I basically have a future family head level person, which is the hybrid of two other family heads, you know, technical family heads in my eyes, who's V and Arlene, who basically went up. Well, V's not really, but he could have been. I think they found V in the tower though. But regardless, right? Arlene herself should have been a family head. So at the very least, he's the child of one family head who became an irregular because some god entered him from the outside, and he has like a fucking pinata bag of like everything inside him now that he got in the tower. This guy is probably going to produce some of the strongest children, and you could basically farm him. Like, maybe that's why Traumarai wants him. I don't really know, but regardless, Lilial, as much as she's crazy, she can't disobey the family head. There's no way. Like, she's going to be too scared. But I'm so curious. This dynamic is basically the closest we're going to get to Endorsi being with Bomb, because Endorsi and Lilial, they're both princesses, and they're both kind of crazy. Oh, wait, V was from the outside? Oh, okay. I thought V was from the tower. Okay. So he just wasn't on their same level then. Oh, I might be... Dude, you know what's so sad? Tower of God has been going on for so long, aka we've been covering it for so long. I'm forgetting a lot of key details because it's literally been over a year. It's like, what the fuck? But thank you for the clarification, Baguste. But either way, yeah, he's basically the child of two would have been family heads. And he's gonna basically be... in my opinion, probably above them, if he's given the proper time and nurturing. Excuse me. Either way, the real question is, will he be powerful than Urek? Will he be more powerful than Enryu? Will he be more powerful than Fantanium? Who knows? Ooh. Oh my god. But yeah, no, I love what Data Edwan said. You make a good point here, and I love that. He said he loved V. Edwan loved V, Gustang hated V. So what does that tell you about Edwan and Gustang? They probably don't really like each other either. But, you know, it's politics. Oh my god, we see her feet. Look at this. Dear God. Dude, you know what's so sad? She just is gonna get out of the shower. She's probably gonna be naked, and she's gonna see the family head and shit herself. Bro, she is beautiful. Ah, that feels better. Dude, she's so hot. I'm so surprised she's just in her carrier, because I thought it would be like a Solanamo situation, where like she's always with Shiliel, right? Because their names are like so alike too, and they're almost like twins. But I'm surprised like Liliel is by herself. Now I don't want to speak ahead of my, ahead of the panel here, because maybe Liliel is still with her, right? Maybe Lily and Shiliel will chill in their ship, but let's see. Let's see. And I agree, her hair looks way better down. I was ordered to return to the battleship so suddenly. I didn't get a chance to say goodbye to my teammates. The fact that she has teammates is crazy. Also, she could probably be full-ass naked in this thing if it's just her here. But wow, she is pretty. You know what's crazy? We're seeing her calm. We're seeing her very calm, and the only way I know her is crazy. I didn't even have time to get ready. I just came back as quickly as I could. I wonder what this is about. Ooh! Did something happen to the family? Dude, I love this. She has like an air of like, almost like Mashni, like superiority. Oh my god. This floor's test is coming up soon. And this is an important thing to mention, I think. They're not rankers. I think Liliel is just like a regular princess, kind of like Endorsi is. Like, she's still going up the tower. Don't overcomplicate things, Liliel. Oh, I wonder if that's Shiliel. Oh, it is! Let's go, easy. Yo, someone who's keeping count, give me another point. Shiliel, everything will be fine. You can take the test when you get back. I mean, realistically speaking, why the fuck are they even calling Liliel at this point? Because if the families are fighting each other, I think the people who are going to make the least impact, even if they are princesses, are regulars. There's no way, like, Liliel is going to have a major impact in that war. But granted, I guess you do want all hands on deck, so who knows. Everything will be fine. You can take the test when you get back. You haven't been to the battleship in a while, have you? Don't think too much of it. Dude, I like how Shiliel is like tight with Liliel, man. I really like the two of them being together. I love pairings. But either way, I should know why Trom legit called her back for revenge. Oh god, I'm scared. I'm scared. I don't think I know, but I'm sure I'll see. Hopefully I'll figure it out. No spoilers, by the way, Pagoose. Let me try and find my way through. Shiliel, are you okay there by yourself? Oh, look, she cares about her. Oh, that's so sweet. Do I seem like the kind of person who can't handle being by themselves? Maybe. I have my teammates with me anyway, so don't worry. Wait, so that's actually curious. So they only called Liliel back and not Shiliel. Yeah, no. I know it's not a spoiler, don't worry, but I'm just saying be careful of going into spoiler territory, because I pick up a lot. I'm very shrewd. I'm not really worried. It's just strange. Look, she's literally saying what I'm saying now. Why was I the only one summoned to the battleship? So yeah, I would have got to this eventually, Pagoose. Don't worry, though. Just be careful. I'm not sure. There must be some kind of special... Oh my god. Wait, so Tromrai was planning for it to be her from the beginning? Wait, so yeah, he didn't want her for the war. He just wanted her for her genitalia. There must be some kind of special mission for you that I can't do. So why didn't he want Shiliel then? Because they're both princesses. And also, why did she listen to him if she's a princess? She could just be like, fuck off. I mean, honestly, no, she probably can't say that, but still. I'm a bit disappointed, to be honest. If that's what this is, then I don't... Oh, and here it comes! Here it comes! Oh my god, I wish that towel fell off! Oh shit! Huh? Liliel? What the... Oh my god, she doesn't know what's happening! What's going on? What is it, Liliel? Liliel! Maybe she's more suited to say as a princess, at least that's your thinking. Who knows? Who really knows? I don't, like, I'm surprised, like, the family heads can have that much weight. I mean, if it's anyone, it's gonna be the family heads, but still. That's a long-ass intro. Aside from my personal intro of, you know, being an hour, 30 minutes, but regardless. Slave in Utero. Tower of God. Ooh, mystery floor. They're not even telling us. Warp. Part 1. So one interesting thing to note here, though, right? One of the biggest fears that Hansung had, and they said, like, was the big issue with this teleportation, like, blow-up thing they were doing, is they could be teleported somewhere and then die if it's, like, somewhere they can't get back from. I called bullshit on that a little bit. I think that was them over-exaggerating. But at this point, we know, at the very least, for Bomb's people, for Bomb's side, they know exactly where they are because Shilil knows where she is. And she knows where she's going. Obviously, she's not lost, right? She was on the way there. So she knows exactly where she is. So they have an easy way to get there. Now, who knows how far Lilial is from there? Maybe she's far away enough to where Traumaray can't get back in time and save his family. But at the very end of the day, they know they're not going to be lost. Well, they don't know it. I know it. But regardless, let's take a look. Immediately after Lopobia's warp fleet warped. The nest. Okay, cool. So we're seeing Sophia's like POV here. She's trying to defend the little needle here, not to be confused with Eneru's needles. But this is where I'm curious. So if this is after the warp, that means this attack from Traumaray is still going on post him leaving. So it has an after effect. It stays. It's like an autonomous like attack. Like he set it with parameters and it's just doing what it was told. Who knows how long this is going to last though, or if it's going to dissipate. Oh, wait. Maybe I was wrong. Yeah, I was completely wrong. Huh? The divine sea animals are disappearing. And this is where I mentioned this in the last episode too. I love Sophia's like fit. I love her fashion. It almost looks like a mage or slash like a carnival woman. It's really weird. I don't know if I found the right like word for it, but it's very like classical in a way. She looks like a classic person or like a classic mage almost. Very cool though. That chaotic energy disappeared as well. Did that being finally leave? I'm not sure what happened, but this is good. I was starting to reach my limit. Ooh, okay. So even Sophia was like, alright, I needed a break. Which is good, because I don't think the elders should match the family heads at all. I think they should, they should be able to maybe, like, you know, not get insta one-shot. Maybe. But, you know, this is where I think the main contenders for who can really box with the family heads should be the Slayers, even though all of them I think would get insta-wiped from what we've seen. Because Karaka is not it, man, at least for right now. Karaka's slippery, but I don't know how you're going to put Karaka with the family head and have him do something. Karaka can't even handle fucking Yuri, at least from back then. Maybe now he got stronger, but who knows. Yeah, it does remind me of a school teacher too because of the skirt, but I think the colors remind me, and her whole like demeanor reminds me of a mage. Let's hurry up and warp! Come on! Also, I did not think this one was this big. Oh no! Oh no! And look at what Sola's saying! Where's Namo? Oh man, I like how we have love just flying above everyone else, but oh god, man. I'm not looking forward to it as much as I was looking forward to when Bomb got the news with Prince and Arkraptor, but I am looking forward to when Sola finds out. I'm gonna get a little scared though, it's sad, but ooh. Mashini's floating carrier. Oh my god. Dude, I feel like she's always in the same pose. Oh! Oh, we forgot this in the fucking recap. The captain is coming to her. The fucking boss. It's the boss. Yeah, and dude, the Slayers are ass. Like, they really are. Like, if this is the people who are supposed to fight the family heads, if this is like Fug's grand plan, it's a fucking joke, man. Like, oh my god. We literally coined the term white syndrome because White keeps getting cucked every time he like gets something. Now listen, the last thing he just did was the longest he's had like a good thing going, but ultimately he got cucked again. Bomb literally took his shit, split it into 3, and spread it out. Like, are you kidding me? Dude, White so many times has been slapped over the fucking head. Anyway, dude, I'm scared for Mashini here. As strong as Mashini is, this boss, this captain guy, this guy's an issue. He violated that poor hatchling, man. Anyway, that massive attack stopped. Does this mean the family had left? What just happened? Oh, wait. Oh, is he being civil with her? Whatever is going on, it doesn't affect our conversation. Isn't that right? And I said this before, I'll say it again. This guy looks like Blonde Chang because of the scar on his eye. That's right. You made a very interesting proposal. Ooh! I always follow my curiosity. Inside Mashini's floating carrier. Oh shit, this shit looks fucking crazy. What the fuck is this shit? The warp. Oh, wait, what? She has a warp device herself? The warp device. I wonder where this goes. Huh? What the hell? What? What's wrong, Turtle? The destination has changed. Oh, he's... You know what's the worst part of this? Even if Kun gets angry or whatever, what the fuck is he gonna say to Mashini, bruh? He has no leg to stand on. The only possible thing I could think of is Mashini is soft on her siblings, because at the end of the day, she trained Ran. God knows why, but she trained Ran, so maybe she has a soft spot for the younglings. Who knows? Hey, what's going on? The destination is some random place now. Hey! We'll never see Bomb again if we go there. I like how everyone's strapped in and they're just waiting. And they're waiting very patiently, too. I love this. You damn old lunatic! Are you listening? Wait, so ultimately, I'm kind of curious here, right? What if the boss is a guide, right? Now, I don't know how well, like, guides could step over each other's toes, but if... And the whole reason I'm saying this is because if my wife here, Hua Ryun, isn't really worried, and she's a guide, so she knows kind of the future, then should we be worried? Because I'm pretty sure she wants to see Bomb, she wants to guide him. So if she's not really worried, she should be the first one who's worried and should know. But let's see what she does. Stop the warp right now! If you're meant to be with someone, you'll end up seeing them again someday, kids. Have a good trip. Ooh, so I wonder if the boss told her to, like, send them somewhere. Wow. Stop! Oh no! What the fuck? Yo, I'm so curious to where they're gonna go. And I said this last time, this is one of the few times where I really don't know what's coming next. And usually when I don't know that, I get surprised like crazy with where SIU takes us. Stop right now! Oh my god, they're just teleporting. Oh shit! Again, Huarun did not have an issue with this, so I don't think we will either, ultimately. Oh god, what the fuck is happening here? Who the fuck is that? Oh, it's the stupid spider lady. Okay. The spider lady with the titty armor. And the fucking thorax thing there. Ugh. If the family head didn't give me this shield, I'd probably be dead. Ooh. The boss has a scar, not a mole. You know, I said it was a scar. Yeah. Then spoke down to Cha had a mole. Oh, I didn't realize that. I didn't realize that at all. That makes me think now there's probably clones. And that would lead more credence to what you said before about Karaka being a clone. Maybe. But let's see. Alright, let's see. Is this inside the needle? Oh, the needle is getting ejected. Alright, the needle is on its way out. I don't know how this thing gets propelled by anything other than sheer force of will, but cool. Oh my god. And I was like, who the fuck is this naked guy? It looks like he's Bruce Banner and he just went Hulk mode and then he powered down from being the Hulk. He looks like he just had, like, some fight of his life and he's just fucking naked, bro. Oh my god. I don't know where you all went. Oh, wait, no, that's Lafav. Fuck, I gave her a man voice. Dude, I love Lafav so much. I wish I could marry her. God. Who's the MC for the Gakja Doseng? He was a loser. So basically, he was a loser. Good luck. Dude, I love Lafav, man. This scene kind of goes a little hard, too. She's just seeing the explosion. She did her job. Dude, she's so fucking cute. God, I love her so much. End of Nest episode. Okay, so even though we were at the end pretty much last chapter, last episode 2, we're finally at it. The Nest officially concluded. So now, there's a lot of things that I don't know when they're going to get answered, but obviously from the main ones we're about to see. You know, what's going to happen to Caliban? What's going to happen to Liberic? What's going to happen to Lafav? What's going to happen to Lopobia? Because I'm assuming we're going to follow certain people's perspectives, and this is where I have a fear. I really, really hope we don't miss Bomb's perspective here. I really hope that, you know, the perspective doesn't switch from Bomb to, like, someone else. I really hope that's not the case, man. Like, imagine right now, out of all people, instead of seeing what's about to happen to Bomb, we go to fucking Yeon, right? We go to Yiwa. Like, I like you. I do want to know what's going on with her, but you can't leave me blue-balled, man. You can't leave me blue-balled. But either way, I'm about to stick the epilogue before I see you second latest hiatus. Really? What the fuck? Oh, shit. Well, good thing that's nothing I have to deal with, because we could just keep trucking through. But either way. Alright, I think someone's flying. I think that shows someone, like, flying out somewhere. Huh. What's going on here? Somewhere else in the tower at the same moment. You had a hiatus at 133? Oh, God. Well, it was never, like, the long-ass hiatus, so... Well, you know, it doesn't even matter for us, but... It's sad that some people had to go through that. Also, what the fuck is this? Is this Paul? Whenever I see green, I think of Paul. Who the hell is that? I see, like, a fucking, like, weird thing that... Oh, no, that's the teleport. I'm stupid. It was... Oh, it was 6 months. Oof. That sucks for everyone else, not for me. Yet. Okay, so I wonder which thing this is gonna be. Which group? Let's take a look. Ooh! Alright, they're coming in. There's a big flash of light. Oh, it's the Karaka group. Let's go! Dude, I'm calling it right now. I think Karaka and Doan make such a good team, man. I think it's such a good team. The latest one is 6 months to the day. Well, it's not really a hiatus for the latest one because he is making the side story. He is making you know, the Urek story. But either way. Oh, also Adrian, I'm assuming you're here. Adrian is dealing with some problems in the tower right now, but I believe he is with us. Adrian, let me know if you're still with us, but I'm sure he's still around. Either way though, let's keep going. So everyone's bracing, all right? Everyone's there. Oh, and there's Yama and oh yeah, and they have Yasracha with them too. Damn, so it's all the animal people, Karaka and Doan. Wow. Look at that. It's the warp. Where are we? See, now they really look like they're in the middle of fucking nowhere. So far. Meanwhile, oh, we're actually going to see where all three of them go. No way. Somewhere else in the tower. And I like how they're really not letting us know. Okay, wow. Ooh. Alright. And who's in here? It's all the Lopobia people. Ooh. We got Perseus, Perditi, Holin, and these two losers who don't really matter because they're hatchlings. I think the warp is over. Where the heck did it send us? Huh? Dude, and I always say this, Perseus looks like such a fashion statement, man. Honest to God. Holin looks like an investigator slash a drug dealer. Perseus looks like a fashionista. And then, I guess, the owl, Perditi, he just looks like a dude who likes owls, I guess. I don't really know. Oh, wait a minute. Wait a minute. Okay. Initial reaction here. This is one of two things. I think this is the mothership of either the Ha family or the Yeon family. I don't know which one, because to me their things always look similar. But based on the color, based on the thing, it has to be Ha or Yeon. I know that for a fact. If this is where the family head is at, I'm gonna lose my fucking shit. Oh no. Oh no, who are all those people? Oh, wait, they actually look like scientists. Wait, what the hell? They actually look like normalish people. Ooh. Okay, everyone's getting up there like, what the fuck? They're like a little scared too. They're like, oh shit. Damn it. I can't believe this. Do you know this place? Of course. Oh, here it comes. Here it comes. Is it fucking Yeon or Ha? Which one? I'm gonna put my money on Yeon. I'm putting my money on Yeon. Oh! Oh, I'm stupid! Because they're scientists, it's Popendao! Oh, so they're fucked. Wait, they're actually in the shark's den here, or in the lion's den here. This is the worst place for them to go. Serves them fucking right for being the antagonist. This is what they get. Yeah, luck roll one, honestly. I rolled a critical failure. And so did they. This is the Pobedao families. You know, if I remember how it looked, maybe I would have got it, but I don't even remember how it looked. Battleship. Oh, so you know what we might see now? We might see that bitch Rahel now and what she's been up to. Pobedao family's battleship. You know what the funniest part is? Oh my god, what the fuck are those things? Dude, with the way Gustang is, who knows what the hell's going on here? He literally has a family of scientists, and it looks like he keeps them trapped in here in like a bubble for safety, of course, I hope. You know, he kind of reminds me of? He kind of reminds me of Princess Bubblegum. I think that's one of the most accurate comparisons because she and Gustang do the same thing, and I think he loves his people, and so does she, but in sick ways, where they keep them safe. I could be overreaching here though, but either way, like what the fuck are those things? Those might be for defense, for attack. See, Gustang is so interesting to me because he just has like so much capability because he's a scientist. Anyway, wow. The Arc of Knowledge. I love that. So they're just trying to learn shit. Now, here's the big question. Who's smarter, them or the workshop? Now, if they got into like a building competition, who would produce the better thing? I honestly don't know. I would say people, if I were, just from what I've heard from people and what they say about the workshop, I would say probably the workshop would. But who knows? Before the warp, Lopobia's battleship, aka the place that's getting fucked up. Yup, here it is. Alright, so Gustang is doing something. Lord Gustang! Ah. Oh, it's fucking Kieran! Oh shit! You know what's so funny? He's saying this bullshit as if they both don't know they have to kill each other. What brings you here by yourself, sir? What brings me here? You've set up camp right in front of my territory. You can only play innocent for so long, Kieran. Dude! I mean, listen, I don't think he has any back pain. He's a fucking high ranker. Like, there's no way. He probably has no pain. He probably has pleasure from that shit. He probably finds pleasure in, like, bowing to trauma. Where's your master? Oh, okay, so either A, if we're to believe Gusting, and I'm very careful about believing what people say, as Adrian said before, right? He is always buying, though. Yeah, he gets off on that shit, probably. This is where, is Gusting saying this just for show, or is he saying this because he honestly doesn't know where Traumarai is? This is basically going to reveal if he was doing this for bomb's sake, or if it was just coincidental. Where's your master? He still hasn't shown himself even though I'm right here. Is he stuck inside and glued to his chair or something? Dude, Gusting is such an asshole, and that's one of his friends. It's not like this is one of the inferior creatures that, like, him and Traumarai believe in. This is, like, his fellow, like, teammate he went up the tower with, and he's just insulting him. Well, this is bad. Lord Gusting notices that the family head isn't here. You're in no position to speak to me. Hurry up and get him. Oh, fuck! Oh, fuck! Or if he already knows, we have no way to stop him. Oh my god! See, and even Kieran says this too. Kieran probably knows Gusting decently well, so he knows he might just be bullshitting. Like, Gusting might be like, oh yeah, where is he? Even though he already knows he's not here, but we don't know. As the viewer, I still don't know. Or else. Oh shit, he's flicking his sig! Dude, I swear to god, he looks like a fucking, like a religious man. He looks like a pope or something. Look at his ass. Your precious little home will disappear. Oh my fucking god. What the fuck? Come on, Traumarai. Where are you? What's taking so long? Oh shit, what the fuck is that? Wait, yeah, what the hell is that, huh? What the? Is Traumarai in there? Is this some sort of, like, illusion? What is this? I mean, the ship looks cool as shit, though. Wait, what is this? Huh? Wait, who's gonna come out here? I'm scared, yo! Oh! What? So the boss told Mashni to send Kun and them? Oh, this is probably... They probably sent them to stop Gusting from violating the Lopobias. Maybe they're just trying to stop all-out war. So now it begs the question, is the boss here to benefit Bomb, or is he here to fucking, just try and keep peace in Jihad's place? Because what if Jihad, and I might be really going into conspiracies here, right? What if Jihad has to say the order to, like, punish punish Pobedao, but secretly he could send the boss, even though this is really, really out there, I'm probably wrong, He could send the boss and be like, yeah, I said this, but make sure everything's all right. Make sure there's no war in the tower because, we want to have like a control on it. Let's see. Let's see. I'm getting ahead of myself. Ugh. Oh my god, he looks like he's about to vomit. Are we there? I think we made it to the gate. Dude, look at Vicente. Dude, you know what's crazy? All these people, I don't know if I would put Arya in this, but Arya seems pretty calm. All these people, Kun actually included. I don't know about Yule. I don't think I'd put Yule in here, and definitely not Rack, but these three people are like decently calm people. I think the most level-headed calm people here are Vicente and Huaruyun. Like, these two are just so calm, and I guess Kun is third. Everyone else, I don't know. Maybe Arya honorable mention. Who knows? Excuse me. But where are we? Oh no, they fucking see him! Is that a person? Oh my god, what the fuck? We have the smartest people gathered at the same place Huaruyun, Kun, Vicente, and Gustang. Yup! Listen, if there was any plot that would be made here, they have a guy that's fucking scheming. Which begs the question, right? At this point, is it good for Huaruyun to be here? Obviously, I don't think they really know unless Kun blows up her spot, which I doubt he would do. Maybe. But, oh! Wait, if Gustang brings them back, Kun is gonna see Rahel! Oh no. Oh no. So, you know what begs the question now? Gustang and Trauma are the same, right? They don't like regular Tower-born people. They disrespect them. Now, obviously, irregulars, Gustang acknowledges, as does Traumarai. But do they acknowledge irregulars because they're irregulars, or do they acknowledge irregulars because they're powerful? Because now the question becomes, how would Gustang treat Rahel? She is technically an irregular, but she's also weak as shit. So would he treat her like shit, or would he treat her with respect? Because he told Bomb, like, in the Floor of Death, he looked at Bomb with Urek, and he's like, no, you're gonna be up here with us. Like, you're a monster. Like, Gustang legit said, like, yeah, you're a person of value, right? He acknowledged him. But that's, I think, because Bomb is gonna be uber powerful. He's Bomb, right? So now the question becomes, what the fuck is gonna happen? Because if he trained Rahel, that's gonna be crazy. But either way, inside Pobadow's battleship, Path of the Will. Oh, what the fuck? Oh my god, they fucking cuffed their asses. Are those the Lopobias? I think I see Perditi's hat there. I think these are the Lopobias. Branch leader, do you think this was the right choice? Let's just go along with it. There's no way to get out of here right now anyway. No matter how strong we are, we can't do anything against a family on their own battleship. If the family head is on the battleship, so they don't even know what Gustang's doing right now, then we're in serious trouble. We better make sure no one finds out that we're branch leaders. So what are they going to argue? That they're just like nobodies? Let's just pretend to be ordinary people who got stranded here and wait for a chance to sneak away. Then we can call for help from the main ship. They're gonna call the main ship and they're gonna have to leave a message because that shit's fucking exploded. Turn off all the pockets. Do you think that'll work? It's the only way. Ooh, okay, see, this guy almost looks like Liberic. If you told me Liberic was like his brother, I would fully believe it. Because this guy, like, obviously Liberic is a hybrid between Kun and Pobadao. But, like, man, dude, Liberic and this guy looks shockingly similar. This guy, like, radiates the same aura. Wow. Yeah, I think you're right. I think you're right, Paguste. I think Traumarai does see it a little differently. At a certain point, they do split. But, I don't think Gustang considers them below... Oh, unless you're talking about regulars. If you're talking about regulars, then yeah. I'm talking about irregulars, more specifically Rahel. Because I'm trying to figure out, do they treat irregulars like normal people because irregulars are powerful like them, or purely because they're irregulars? I'm siding on the fact that they're just powerful because they're irregulars. Like, the level of power they'll be will far surpass any Towerborn. Usually. Either way. Welcome, castaways. I would like to read you something that will help you all. A book? Dude, that looks like unknown language from Pokemon. Why should Providence thus completely ruin his creations and render them so absolutely miserable. So without help, abandoned, so entirely depressed that it could hardly be rational to be thankful for such a life. What the fuck did he even just say? I don't even understand what he just said. More and more, Gustang's people are the fucking popes. Like, these people are like, they look like religious nutjobs who preach to people. But something always returns swift upon me to check these thoughts and to reprove me. Well, you are in a desolate condition, it is true. But pray remember, where are the rest of you? Why were you singled out? Is it better to be here or there? Wait, now that I'm actually like sitting down and thinking about this, despite being sitting down the whole time, this actually sounds extremely pertinent to their situation. This almost makes it seem like what he's reading is a premonition. That either A, maybe Gustang left him, or I don't know. It's Robinson Crusoe. I have no clue who the fuck Robinson Crusoe is. I think I've heard the name before, but no clue who the fuck that is. Either way, either A, this is some very, very pertinent literary genius. Oh, really? Oh, shit. This is where either A, this is very coincidental to their situation, or B, Gustang wrote this, or someone wrote this, and it was like for the future, because what he's saying is not wrong. I don't think it's good for these people to be at the main ship anymore, at least right now. So maybe they're right. Also, damn, they fucked up my homie in the back, man. They really zipped up his hood. Oh no, maybe they put on those hoods themselves. Maybe they're just trying to hide really who they are. What the hell is he saying? I think he's reading from a book, sir. Is that fucking Perdita, or not Perdita, is that Perseus in the back? What the fuck? Sounds like it's from a novel about being shipwrecked. And then I pointed to the sea. Oh yeah, no, you're literally right. It is from Robinson Crusoe. Damn, so all this future shit I was saying is just bullshit. Wow. Quoted from Robinson Crusoe. Listen, it makes sense though. I think it's honestly better for them to be here right now. It's more safe. All evils are to be considered with the good that is in them, and with what worse attends them. According to this passage, if being a castaway is your misfortune, then consider it a blessing to have ended up on Poe Badow's great and magnanimous battleship at the end of your journey. Oh, so he's gonna be nice. He's gonna be like the Christians and help the needy and the poor. I think. And please, just stop, you damn Poe Badow bookworms. Wait. Oh, it's them. Huh? Did something happen outside? Oh my god. Dude, I haven't seen Yura in so long. God, dude, I love her little star motifs. Those are so cute, man. Oh my god, and then we have this stupid bitch near her. Yes, a warp fleet carrying some unidentified rankers just arrived here. So how could they tell they're rankers? I mean, maybe their power? What? There's a warp fleet on the battleship. Oh no, I'm scared, man. Oh my god, look at this fucking bitch! Look at this fucking bitch! Now I've seen it all. Dude, her eyes glowing just adds to her evilness, man. And I always say this, right? I really always say this, and it's such a heartbreak for me. I don't want to hate Rahel. Also, why the fuck is her hair glowing here? What the fuck? Did she, like, get powerful? What's going on? I always say this. I don't think Rachel is that ugly. Now, what she did made me think of her as ugly, yes. I think as a character, she's not hot, per se, but she's not ugly either. But I will say this. I don't understand why she just didn't have Bomb take her up the tower, man. She is the definition of, like, don't trust women, man. Which is sad because women are nice, women are cool, I think. I wouldn't really know. But, man, oh my fucking god, man. It's so funny. It's like Beauty and the Beast. The fact that her and Yura are, like, together, it really is like Beauty and the Beast. It's so funny. But either way, oh my god, what is gonna happen? I like how Rachel is just chilling, though. So that means Gusting didn't, like, punish her or anything. Or whatever he did do, it's over now. She looks like she's really chilling. Wow. So finally, after so long, we get back to Rahel. Dude, I want to see where Bob is. I want to see Traumare. I want to see all these things. Fuck! Fuck! Either way. Adrian! I don't know if you can hear me. I don't know if you're still here. But if you're here, let me know. Because I have questions for you.
Yo, I'm
Oh,
here.
okay, cool, you're here. Alright, can I keep going or no?
I'm down to keep going. I just have to be silent.
That is fine by me. As long as I know you're here, we're good.
All right, sounds good.
Adrian, this shit's getting scary, man. What the
It
fuck?
is really good seeing Rachel now.
Dude, fuck Rahel. And it's so sad, man. I'm telling you, she's not that bad looking of a girl, man. I don't understand. Like, why didn't she just say, yes, Bomb, please, I want to go up the tower. Can you take me? I'm telling you, my big hypothesis always goes to this point of, oh, Rachel got asked by Bomb's mother keep him safe. Because I always go back to this one thing. I always go back to this fucking one thing. She says, damn it, Bomb, why didn't you just wait for me at that cave? That implies she was gonna come back. That implies that she wants to keep him safe. But then she's doing all these things to almost kill him. It's like, what the fuck?
Yeah, I always think about how regretful she was when she killed Arkraptor too. It was like it was a mistake.
She
Like it
hated
wasn't
it.
supposed to happen this way.
Yeah, she
like she
hated
was
it.
really down about it.
It really makes me think there is some like unknown plan she has to do. Like she has to climb the tower for an unknown reason she's not letting on.
Like
And
she's from the future or something.
yeah, maybe. And, like she has to do it, but she can't tell anyone. But she like it's like by all means necessary. Like the way I imagine it is like someone told her if you don't go up the tower, everyone will explode. So obviously
Mm-hmm.
she doesn't want that to happen. And then they tell her if you tell anyone, everyone will explode. So she can't say it either. So it gets to the point where she has to go up the tower no matter what. And if she has to kill someone, that's better than everyone exploding, but she can't even say it. So it's really hard, man. It's really
Yeah.
hard.
Or she could be evil. Who knows?
Or could she be? Yeah, it really could just be that too. But we're seeing so much other shit where it's like it doesn't feel like she is. Like she doesn't want to be. It's like, why is she so hell bent on going up the tower? And she could have went up it with Bomb. Why? Why? I'm telling you, man. I think Rachel is like. I know I might get crucified for this. I think she's a little cute. Like, listen, compared to the other blondes, I do agree there's a lot better options out there, but I don't think she's ugly. Despite what she thinks about herself, I would give her a shot as long as she doesn't backstab me. But knowing her personality, she's completely ugly to me, so I don't even want to touch her or look at her. But if she had a good personality, I would think she's alright. It's just sad, man. I want to go with Bomb. But either way, well, now I don't want her to do anything. I want her to get punished. Unless there's a really good reason why she's doing this. Either way, though. Chapter 129, here we go! Huh? Did something happen outside? Dude, and Yura just looks like she doesn't even give a shit. Yura is so high class, it's crazy. This is where season 1 messed up. Had never told her to kill a bomb, nor did she say she wants to be a star. We asked her why she wants to see a star. She says because she's afraid of that. Wait, really? Wait, what? That's what happened? Wait, Adrian, can we get a fact check on this? That's a huge difference.
I will say that last episode that was like Rachel's perspective wasn't part of the manhwa. It was its own thing.
Well, of course, but I'm talking about the
Even if it's not
motivations
canon.
here.
Yeah, and that's when he said that. It was in that episode, I'm pretty certain.
Really?
So all that is technically not canon, but I can't lie, I love that episode even though it's not canon. I want it to be canon.
Wait, so in the actual canon of Tower of God in the manhwa, he says she wants to go up the tower because she's scared of Bomb?
Actually, I can't confirm that. I'm not 100% sure, but I do know that there are a lot of differences that they made for that plot point about Rachel.
Oh God. Okay, that's a really big difference. Okay. All right. Anyway, that makes me think now. What if she knows the future, and what if she knows Bomb is gonna eventually kill her, so she's just trying to run? Which, granted, I don't think Bomb would almost ever do that unless absolutely forced to, or you really push him. Like, there's no way. Dude, Rachel was his number one, man. He would have killed for her. He would have died for her. He would have done literally everything for her. How the fuck does she fumble that bag? Anyway. Yes, a warp fleet carrying some unidentified rankers just arrived here. What? There's a warp fleet on the... Oh, I just realized what this plotting bitch is gonna do. He's gonna run like a pussy. Now, this is where I will give Yura some respect here. Yura and her, somehow, some way, again, Beauty and the Beast here. I don't know how they're homies, but if Rachel runs, I fully expect Yura to be with her tight as shit. Like, I don't know how they became such good teammates, man. Especially because Rachel betrays fucking everyone. So the question is, will she ever betray Yura? Let's see. Now I've seen it all. Who are the castaways? Their pockets are turned off, so they can't be identified right now. Dude, Yura is so pretty, holy shit. And again, Rachel does not look too bad here to me. But they're all at least rankers or higher. What are the chances of a floating ship carrying rankers being shipwrecked and ending up here on this battleship? Oh my god, I like how she's just sipping on her fucking drink, man. If we're curious... Okay, Adrian, it's Season 1, Chapter 77. Thank you, Paguste. I'm curious. I should ask the family head for permission to go check them out later. I have something to finish first, though. Oh, right. Sure, Rahel. Let's go. Oh my god, he's back. Adrian, what the fuck is this? He's back? I know that red face anywhere. It's fucking Ghost.
That might be Arc Raptor's daughter, too, on the left.
Yeah, what? Wait, what the fuck? Why is she wearing a hat?
I have no idea. She looks like Eric Mozzie now.
Yeah, she looks like a guy here, but she has heels. I do see the heels. What? He says it's towards the bottom where Huaryun is talking to Rachel in the room. Okay.
I'm going to take a look at that chapter right now in the background.
Okay. Dude, Yura has a fatty here. Damn, Yura looks like she got a little thick. I don't know if that's just the shirt, but yo. Rachel almost looks like a mini girl here compared to Yura. What the hell? Damn. Wow. Oh my, wait a minute, I'm so confused, because the last time we saw Ghost was obviously with, oh my god, what the fuck was the name of Arc Raptor's daughter? Do we remember? Was it like Maria? No, Maria was Kuhn's one. Is it, do we even know her name? I don't remember, fuck. Either way, let's keep going. But the last time we saw them, they were fighting Bomb in Yama's place. I forgot why. I forgot whose side they were on, but are they really a part of Lopobia? Name's not known, only that she's from a great family. Hey, I didn't even know that last part. I didn't even know she was from a great family. Oh, her mother was. I was about to say, Arc Raptor was not a family person. Wow. Slave in Utero. Tower of God. Warp. I like how they're putting Mystery Floor because we're literally all over the place. I'm honestly surprised SIU is going like and showing us all these different things, all these different perspectives still. I thought we would stick to Bomb for a little bit here. Part 2. Alright, hold on. Let me take a swig of water because this shit's hurting my throat going for this long. But I sacrificed my throat for Tower of God. Let's keep going. Meanwhile...
Little interruption?
Yeah.
He's right. What's it called? Rachel does say that she's afraid of the night, and then in a little keynote they say that night refers to Bomb.
So she's scared of Bomb?
Mm-hmm.
Adrian, what the hell? What the fuck? So she didn't want to climb to just be a bitch. She wanted to climb to run away. What the hell? Either way, going back to Gus staying now, and I'm assuming this is going to stop the fighting here. I'm assuming Kuhn and them are going to be... Well, either A, this is going to stop the fighting, or B, this is going to help Kuhn and them get to, like, safety. Or something. Who the fuck knows what the boss did this for? Because the boss, didn't force her, but convinced Mashini to send them here for a reason. Who the fuck is this guy? Now there's so many more questions, man. On the Lopobia family's battleship. Oh my god, I love how they barely show. Dude, he literally looks like a reverend. I think that was the right word. He looks like a reverend about to give a sermon. Oh my god. The Pope and Dows are the fucking, like, reverends. They're the religious fuckers. Wait. That silhouette. Do you know who that is? Shouldn't Vicente know who that is, too? Yeah. But if that's who I think it is, it's definitely not someone you want to run into like this. Wait, so when he was on the floor of death, Bomb was there. Was he with Kuhn and them? I know he was with Yuri. And then Yuri didn't necessarily go with him, but she was like, I think there and around. And then, He was with Hockney. Hockney he met like kind of around there.
I think they split up.
Yeah, they did.
Because I think Kuhn was working with they were trying to get something from like Dasa or Deja. I think they were working on getting the ladle, maybe, if I'm not mistaken.
I think so, yeah. The main question, or the main reason I'm bringing this up is because does Gustang know Kuhn is his friend? And by him, I mean Bond.
He does. I think he does.
Okay, let's see. Where did this floating ship suddenly come from? Lopobia created a gate and warped. That must be either Lopobia's forces or Jihad's forces. Oh my god, I hope he doesn't blow it up. I hope he doesn't blow it up. But from the look of it, it's probably one of Jihad's floating ships. Because it is Mashni's. It is Mashni's. Lord Gustang! What is it? A stranded floating ship was just discovered in the air around the battleship. A stranded floating ship? Yes, sir. Everyone on board is a rancor. We haven't managed to determine their exact identities, but judging by the serial number on the warp fleet, it's likely the Lopobia family. Lopobia? Alright. Capture them all alive. Yes, sir. Oh man, dude, I'm scared of what Gustang's gonna do when he gets back, because, like, he is so, like, normal looking, but he's also so scary, because, like, he's a scientist at the end of the day, and scientists, especially in anime, don't have good reputations. Like, if they want something, they can do some sick, fucked up shit to get it. Main examples being Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood, Tucker, and his Chimera. And number 2, Bondrewd from the series Made in Abyss. And just literally everything he does. Like, they do not care. Some scientists are crazy. This is where if Gustang, like, is going to have to find out their identities, he might torture them badly, and he's a smart guy, so he probably has some sick shit. Granted, when they see him, I'm pretty sure they're just going to confess who they are and beg for forgiveness or something, who knows. Even though they would not give forgiveness themselves, so let's see what Gustang's going to do. Do they deserve what they're going to get? I'm going on a tangent. Let's keep going. Why would one of Lopobia's floating ships be shipwrecked here? In that case, this floating ship here in front of me is probably from the nest. Dude, look at how smart he is, man. Get the docking ship stationed nearby as close to it as possible and send me the coordinates. I'm taking this floating ship here with me too. What, sir? But what about your meeting with the head of the Lopobia family? I'll reschedule it. I've already accomplished what I set out to do today anyway. Well, what is it? Send a message? Also, tell me this doesn't look like slightly different adult Bomb with glasses. And I guess a pointier chin. But, man, dude, what the fuck is even happening? Now, I love how we're getting the family heads involved. I love how, like, now we're getting, like, crazy with it. I'm heading out. Yes, sir. Dude, oh shit, yo! I love how he has the power to just bring the ship with him. Like, he's just gonna, like, jack that shit. Look, they just got teleported, and Kun looks like he was, like, you know, like, gonna, well, not vomit, but, like, he looks like he was woozy, and now they're just getting teleported again. They're like, oh, shit! Alright, so they're just porting through the air. So, wait, this kind of goes against what I said before, then. Gustang could just teleport anything. Now, granted, it is Gustang, so maybe he has technology, but who knows? Right after the warp. Okay, and I'm assuming this is Karaka's one. Excuse me. Never mind, it's the one I actually care about. The warp fleet with Bomb and Traumarai on board. Oh my god, dude, look at Jensung. He's already to scrap, even though he can't do anything. Shoot. I can't believe we warped with the family head. I didn't see this coming. Yeah, I don't think anyone did. Where did we warp to? I don't think we're near the battleship. Meanwhile, Luzlek tells Sophia, if I get involved, the family heads will interfere, but they interfered anyway. Please send my boy some help. Fuck. No, that's a good point, though. If the family heads are involved anyway, and that's Luzlek's whole thing, I mean, listen, realistically, if Luzlek gets involved, they're gonna actively get involved. Like, that's like begging them to get punished. Luzlek sadly still... Now, there's an argument for him to get involved a little bit, but he cannot show up. There's no way. At that point, a family head will for sure come there. There's no way. But either way, let's go. But I can definitely sense it. Okay, so they are nearby, which is what I said because we're near Lilial's ship. Dude, his fucking coat looks so cool. God. He's not far. Got Stang. Oh, he senses him! Don't be nervous. Oh, fuck, that's trauma, right? Don't be nervous. Ugh! Why would I kill the boy who's going to be my son-in-law? He's still pushing this shit! He's still pushing this, and you know what's so funny? For lack of, like, you know, a better explanation, Jinsung is basically his dad. Like, let's be real. Jinsung is his dad. So, this guy is basically telling Jinsung, yeah, bomb is mine. Jinsung is gonna have a problem with this. Son-in-law? Are you still going on about that? I said no. If you keep refusing like that, I'll have to kill you all right here. Oh no, now yo, listen, he talks a big talk, but listen, he'll kill Cha. Jinsung, I'll be shocked if he kills Jinsung just story-wise, but he could kill Jinsung. He's not killing Bomb. The most likely to die here is Cha though. You could very likely be a threat in the future, Irregular. And now you even have the person I wanted to hide more than anything in the world with you. Wait, why do you want to hide Jinsung from him? What the hell? If you refuse to join
It's not
me...
Jinsung.
Who, Cha?
It's not Cha.
Wait. Oh, Leviathan!
Correct.
What? What the hell? If you refuse to join me, then there's no reason to spare you. Oh my god. Person is a bad translation. Ah, it was being. Okay. Okay, yeah, if they said being then, I would have picked it up instantly. This isn't good. If we keep refusing like this, he'll kill us all. I like how Jinsung's saying, like, if we keep refusing. It's not we, it's just one person. It's fucking Bomb. Let me ask you this, Adrian. I mean, if you can't talk, you can't talk, but I guess just food for thought, right? If Jinsung tells him to do it, if Jinsung, like, goes down on one knee, puts his hand on Bomb's shoulder, is like, listen, Bomb, you gotta take one for the team. Just marry the girl. You think Bomb is gonna listen to Jinsung?
Maybe.
Will he listen to Papa? We need something to persuade the family head to let us live for now. In that case, sir, since you made a proposal to Viol, how about we make our own counteroffer? Oh shit, damn, what the hell? Huh? The most important part of marriage is ensuring that both people consent to it. Yeah, not to trauma, eh? We're not necessarily opposed to the idea of a marriage with the Lopobia family. Wait, what? Dude, you know what's crazy? Well, actually, no, he's not going to do this. I was going to say, what if Jinsung says, like, oh yeah, but you have to help Fug? That would directly go against Jihad, and I don't think Traumary would ever do that. So far, at least. Yeah, I mean, he did do it to protect his friends, but at this point, Paguste, he really had a easy opportunity to help all his friends guaranteed live in the nest. If he said yes to Traumare would not kill anyone, and everything would be safe, and everything would be fine. And there was no way they saw that was a way out. They didn't know about the teleportation thing yet. So, Bomb said no to that, even though he had no option to save his friends there. He could have saved them, but he didn't do it then. It's like, what the fuck? Anyway. So, how about you give Viol a choice as well? He already gave him a choice though, man. Yeah, you are right. I mean, listen, Bomb had the option to save them. He didn't. A choice? Yes, I think that Viol and I should at least know whether the potential marriage partners proposed by the Lopobia family are suitable for marriage. Dude, I feel like this is so bullshit. Like, if Traumray buys this is bullshit. We need an opportunity to evaluate them for ourselves. So I was thinking, why don't we have a tournament? Wait, what? Are we gonna have a tournament for Bomb's hand in marriage? Did he just reverse this shit on Traumarai? What? I feel like if it went absolutely down to the wire with no chance of escape, he would have. It was literally there. He didn't know about the teleportation thing yet. He didn't know there was a way out, and he said no the first time. Anyway, we'll let people from outside the Lopobia family participate as well. It'll be a tournament where marrying Viol is the prize. What the fuck? Look, even Bomb is shocked by this, but listen, now that it's coming from Jinsung, I think Bomb has to say okay. Oh my god, look at Bomb's face. What on earth is he talking about? A tournament for what? It sounds like something out of an old fairy tale. Why is everyone else deciding who I'm going to marry? Bro, I fucking love this shit. Oh my god. Because they never appeared at Lopobia ship, we have no idea what would have happened. True, but listen, Bomb had the option to do it, man. I'm saying Bomb is stupid for that shit. I literally said it when it happened, too. When it happened, Bomb had an easy way to save and make sure everything happened, and Bomb even said, if I show any hostility to this guy, I will die. Even with the thorns, even with Leviathan, even with everything else, Bomb was like, I will die. Like, he didn't even think he had a chance. He was like, I have to just not do anything, because I will die. He knew what was up. Oh god, Bomb is getting angry. Master, what are you talking about? Shush, Viol. This is absurd. You didn't even ask me how I feel. Why would anyone join a tournament to marry me anyway? I don't like this one bit. Oh my god. You don't know why he didn't channel Zinurku? Listen, Pagoose, you saw how hard it was for him to lie to Mashin, and he failed. He rolled a 1 on the persuasion check there. He fucking failed, bruh. If Bomb can't even do a small lie like that, I don't think he could do this shit with a straight face either, bruh. It's not gonna work. But granted, I think if he said yes and then just like lied, even though it looked like sus, I think Traumar would have accepted it at the time. Either way. Viol, we're not actually deciding who you're gonna marry. It's just trying to buy us some time. Besides, who would actually take part in a ridiculous tournament like this? And Dorsey, Yuri. I mean, come on. Marrying a Fug Slayer candidate? No thanks. This was your idea in the first place. Dude, I love this shit, bro. And this is the parts of the animes, for some reason, they do get down. They get all these, like, cute faces down. It's so stupid. Even if someone decides to participate, I have a plan, so don't worry. Ooh, yo, Bob needs to trust in Jinsung more. Jinsung is literally his dad, bruh. Let me ask you this, Adrian, at this point, and again, answer if you can, but if Fug at this point was like, you know what, we're done with Bomb, he's disobeyed us, and let's just say Luzlek's like out of action. Luzlek has no say in this, right? But like, aside from Luzlek, Bomb or Fug has like a democratic vote, like a vote of like most people, and most people vote, yeah, fuck Bomb. If they told Jinsung to kill a Bomb, would Jinsung do it or no?
I don't think so.
I don't think so either. Yo, let's go. Excuse me. Logically, he should have farmed Charmer's resource level up and then kill his way out. That's probably some benefit. Oh my god. Listen, I don't think Bomb would ever do that shit. But yeah, logically speaking, in the way of Kun, he should have done that. Yes, that's what Kun probably would have done. But either way, he's not Kun. He's a nice man. I'll make sure you don't have to marry anyone. You have a point. The fact that Trauma is actually going for this is crazy, bruh. You have a point. Alright, we'll have a tournament. What? Yeah, what is right? I'll allow people from outside my family to take part as well. If the winner of the tournament ends up being from the Lopobia family, then you won't complain, right? The fact that I don't understand. Traumarai has no reason to accept this other than the fact that, he's getting Bomb's agreement, which is technically a lie here. This is where, like, aside from Bomb, like, coming in peacefully and actually accepting it, honestly, maybe that is a good reason. Now that I'm thinking about it, maybe that is enough. Either way. Yeah, and I remember the vote. I do remember the vote. Then you won't complain, right? That's right. Master, dude, I like how just listen. This is where Bomb really like falls short here, man. Bomb has no sense of planning. Like Bomb really just sees something in his face and reacts. He has like no long-term plan. Ginseng is trying his best to save them, and Bomb is like almost fucking it up. Excuse me. We're really doing this? He's not in his right mind either. Yep. This is better because it gives me an excuse to allow you into our family. Oh, okay, actually, that's a really good point. I didn't even think of that. Wow. It's like a parent, yeah, it really is like a parent-teacher conference, bruh. Bob has no say. Listen, I don't understand why he's not trusting Ginseng more. He's really being so, like, I don't want to say self-centered because this is about him, but he's being so short-sighted. That's the right word. Bomb is being very short-sighted here. But let's make it quick. I have other important business to attend to, so I don't want to drag this on for too long. Dude, Traumarai is being so respectful. I'm actually shocked by this. Yo, I really hope Bomb and Traumarai get to like sit down and actually just talk a little bit. I really want to explore Traumarai and just like see like the lore of the past, man. I want him to talk about Bomb's parents and their time going up the tower. And by them, I mean the family heads. The tournament will be in 1 month. We'll decide the place. I'll send out secret notices to the various families and organizations to gather participants. Then, the participants will compete against each other, and the winner will marry the irregular. Adrian, I just realized something. They're gonna send out these things. Can only women participate in this? Or will they let some dudes in too?
Maybe, I don't know. It's not really like outside of the rules.
So at this point, can princesses join this shit? Because I know Traumarai is gonna force his princesses to do it, and he's gonna force them to revoke their status if they win, right?
Mm-hmm.
So can princesses join at that point from other families, or do you think it's just a Lopobia thing?
I mean, if it's happening in Lopobia, I think it's safe to assume that it can happen in other cases, but it's weird because like what does it mean to like give up the princess status? Can princesses do that? Because I imagine that they can't do that.
Exactly, because we talked about setting the precedent. If princesses don't want to be princesses anymore, I don't think they could just give it up.
Yeah, and I feel like Anak Senior would have given up her princess.
Oh hell yeah!
Powers if
Yeah.
she could. But
He
it
would
seems
have been like, take
couldn't.
it so I could live a normal life. Fuck it.
Yeah. Also, the fact that it's like a hard rule seems to imply that it's like something that there is no turning back.
Yeah.
Because if you could just turn back at any moment, then like why would they even make a big point of this rule?
So okay, so I don't want you to talk too much, but this is where it's a couple things. And either A, this is a special circumstance where it can happen. B, only Lopobia can make it happen for his family, or maybe he's making it a special circumstance. Or C, princesses just can't join aside from Lopobia. Who knows? Anyway, let's hopefully find out. Do you agree to that? Yes. Dude, Bob is just upset. Bob is like, man, what the hell? I can't believe this is happening. Oh my god. Wait, what does Cha think of all this? We're not even getting Cha's opinion. Because I'm pretty sure Cha wants what Bomb wants, but maybe he's smart enough, because I kind of think of him as a meathead. Maybe he's smart enough to agree with Ginseng here, because realistically, this is the only play they have. At this point, though, what is Traumarai gonna say? Like, okay, it's gonna be in 1 month, but he has to take them prisoner now. Like, he can't let them run away, because realistically, they could just run away. At that point, what can he do? He's gonna have to take one of them hostage for, like, leverage on Bomb. Seriously? Huh? What's going on? Why do I suddenly feel cold? It's summer here. Jesus fuck. Oh my god. Yo, man, she's so hot! It's crazy that Traumarai treats other family descendants better than his own. Yeah, this is where, ironically enough, it depends on different cultures, but even with my family treats guests better than they treat me in my own house, right? It's because you want to make a nice thing for the guests, you want to make like a good impression, but you know, I'm always here, so they don't give a fuck about me because I'm here whether I like it or not, so It really depends on the culture. My family treats guests better than they treat me. It's like, what the fuck? Dude, this is fucking so hot. Oh my god. Wait, Urine still likes ginseng? What? He does not want the smoke. What? Yeah, you're lying, bro. I don't think Strawberry cares that much. Dude, the fact that Urine still likes ginseng after he murked part of the family is crazy. What? Anyway. Lord Traumarai. Kieran. Lord Traumarai, you can take your time you can take your time coming to the battleship, sir. I'm not sure why, but one of Jihad's warp fleets appeared at the gate, and Lord Gustang disappeared with the floating carrier. Oh my god, yo, look at fucking Traumarai's eyes. Those are fucking crazy. Gustang disappeared? With the floating carrier? Ooh! Listen, we can't take the blog post at face value, Pagusta, because a lot of the times sometimes they get a retcon, but good to know. Respond. Respond. Stranded floating carrier. Do you read me? Oh my god, wait, is that Lilial's ship? Oh shit. This is the Lopobia family's floating carrier. Are you one of Lopobia's ships as well? Oh my god, she's calling Strawberry! I'm about to lose my shit. I'm about to lose my shit, yo. It looks like your coordinates were lost and you were warped somewhere else by accident. Dude, Strawberry looks so cool. He's really warming up to me, man, when he's not being a psychopath. Tell us who's on board. We'll come help you. Who the fuck is... Oh, that's not even Lilial saying it. Judging from the size of the ship, it must be someone pretty important from the... Oh my god, little does she know. I live for moments like this. I lick this shit up. Like, I love this shit. Like, I love when people get surprised. Dude, and look at how Lilial looks here. She looks upset that she even has to do this. She looks like she doesn't give a shit. But yeah, no, it's the same thing Adrian always says. They're pseudo-canon unless we disprove it, like, actively. I agree. Judging from the size of the ship, there must be someone pretty important from the family on board. Not that it matters to me since I'm a princess of Jihad. Yeah, you say that now, bitch! How could someone so powerful be shipwrecked? Please respond. We have Jihad's princess Lilial here on board with us. Oh no, once Traumarai hears that, man, he's gonna grab her by the head and be like, meet your future husband. Come and pay. Oh no. This guy does not know who he's talking to, and I feel so bad. Come and pay the proper respects to the princess. Huh? Lilial Jihad? The Jihad princess from Lopobia who was in the name hunt. Why her of all people? Wait, so Bomb actually remembers her. Holy shit. Wait, I thought Bomb didn't even... Did Bomb ever see Lilial and Shilial? I thought that was only an Endorsi thing. I thought only Endorsi knew them. Am I wrong?
They must have heard it from Endorsi and them.
Okay, but did he actually ever go face to face with them?
I'm not sure.
Okay. Either way. The princess is there with you? Good. Oh my god, Shamrai's getting involved! No, but she was aware via Shibisu he never met them. Okay. Tell her to connect the passage to the warp fleet and wait by the door. What? How dare you? You can't just order the princess around like that. I'm the family head. Bruh, I love this shit so much. The family head? Is that all? Wait, what? Wait, I'm actually shocked by this. Okay, Lilial might be crazier than I thought. In that case... Huh? Oh, wait a minute. It took a minute to register. Huh? Wait. Did he just say the family? Yo. She was like, oh yeah, whoever it is, I could just override them. I'm a princess. I don't give a shit. And then she fucking realized it. She's like, huh? I love this. I love this so much. Did he just say the family head? What's Lord Traumarai doing here? Lord Traumarai, I'll come over to you, sir. Don't bother. This warp fleet has already run out of energy. I'll come across to your ship. You're coming here? Why? Is there something wrong with that? Dude, they're just screaming! Of course not, sir. It's an honor. I'll prepare a welcome drink for you. That's okay. I don't drink. Sorry, sir. Dude, this is fucking hilarious. Oh my god. This is gonna stick in my head like the fucking, like, this is like a top tier Tower of God moment. Like, Lilial realizes who the fuck she's talking to. This is gonna go down in my mind on the same level that, like, the situation was with Endorsi on the fucking bed with Bomb, where she was like, I'll force you to be my slave. Because she just started tweaking out like, oh shit, I don't know what to do. Bomb's against me, I'm against him. She's like, fuck, I don't know what to do. This is so good. This is so fucking good. Anyway. What trauma must be a pretty big deal, seeing that even one of Jihad's princesses is so nervous around him. Of course. It's alright. I'm heading over. Look at him, yo, he looks so cool. I might have met my future son-in-law sooner than expected. Ah. 10 minutes later. Dude, this is gonna be so awkward. He's gonna come in there and he's gonna tell her, marry this kid. Go in that tournament and beat everyone and marry him. Which then begs the question, is this limited to rankers or regulars? Because if Lilial's going in, Lilial's a regular, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, cool. So if Yuri gets involved, like let's just say Yuri wanted to participate, that would just be a mopping. Like Lilial can't do shit. So is this only going to be regulars? Or, you know, maybe at the end of the day, maybe there won't even be a tournament like Jinsung said. Maybe they're just going to like do something before it even starts and then we're going to have a new problem. Who knows?
Yep.
Either way. Oh my god, look, they're boarding it. Yo, this is crazy. Lord Traumarai. It's an honor to see you, sir. Allow me to present myself. Dude, she's so scared. And she's so cute, too. I'm Lilial Jihad, of Lopobia, Princess of Jihad. I didn't expect to see you here like this. I apologize. Oh, I apologize for being so flustered. I thought that was Traumarai. Wow, she's so nervous. Dude, you know what's so funny? Bomb is kind of oblivious to this stuff, but he really doesn't fully, grasp the concept of, like, how strong and like powerful the family heads are. Because number one, he's not from the tower, right? He doesn't know the history, he hasn't heard the myths and everything, right? But number two, he's also an irregular himself, so it's like he really like doesn't understand why people are like so scared around trauma. And I like how Jinsung is just chilling too. Jinsung doesn't really care either, and Cha is like indifferent. Cha's just chilling too. I'm actually shaking so much that it's difficult to speak. No, I understand. You did see Urika like 5%, so he should have some idea. Yeah, but dude, Bomb doesn't really give a shit. Like, dude, Bomb is just, he just doesn't care. Like, strength to him really doesn't mean much. He would probably tell Jihad to go fuck himself if he had to. Like, Bomb is scared, but he's not that scared. Like, he's aware, but he doesn't get to any, like, point that it does for normal people. Like, you could tell Bomb, hey, Bomb, is that guy dangerous? Yes, he's dangerous. Okay, Bomb, are you gonna throw a tomato at him? Yes, I will. Like, he knows they're dangerous, but he's also, like, not caring to a certain point. It's so weird. Dude, she's literally bowing. What happened, Adrian?
Reminds me of episode 1 where he just, like, walks into, like, the sea fish's mouth, basically.
Oh, yeah.
Having no combat experience.
Yeah, he doesn't care. Like, Bomb has, like, very little fear with these things. She's fucking crazy. I understand. Lift your head. I can't. How could I possibly look directly at you, sir? It didn't mean me. Oh my god, here it comes. Here it comes. I love this shit so much. I didn't mean me. Wow, and that's fucked up. That means he really didn't want her to lift her head. To like him, if it was just him. There's someone I want to show you. He might very well end up being your husband. Dude, she's like shook. Pardon? Sir? My husband? But I'm a princess of Jihad. Who could it possibly be? Wait, oh my god, is she gonna remember him? No way. Oh my god. Shock. Jovial Grace? So that's Lilial Jihad. Yeah, I think Pagu said it perfectly. He has no self-preservation. Yeah, dude, listen, let's not bring up Yama. Let's forget about Yama for now. What's he doing here? Slayer candidate! She recognizes Viol from seeing pictures of him. Okay, cool, so they even pointed it out. My question would have been answered eventually. Damn it, she's stomping! Dude, she is cute. Why the hell are you with Lord Traumaray? Oh god, wait, why are his eyes glowing? I'm sorry, Lord Traumaray. I didn't mean to yell like that in your presence. I'll try to control myself better. This is hilarious, bro. This is where her craziness is coming out, but her fear is also, like, coming out, too, of Traumaray. This is so funny. Have you two met before? You seem to know each other. Huh? It must be fate that we all met like this. So let me take this opportunity to explain everything. As you said, he's only a Slayer candidate now. Dude, Traumaray is like his parent here. What the fuck? No, hold up. Gainichta. There's a chance that he might be your husband in the future. What? What do you mean, sir? My husband? Oh my god, look, she's letting like the crazy come out again. But he's the head of a bunch of criminals. Why would I marry someone so cruel and dishonest? Wait a minute. Based on what I remember from the name hunt, you were the dishonest one, not me. Shut up! You're an evil bastard and I'm a goddamn sweetheart of a princess. That is such a fucking lie. Is that how this is supposed to be? Oh, fuck. That's how this is supposed to be. It hasn't been decided yet, though. You'll have to defeat the other competitors in order to marry him. So think about this. She probably dislikes Bomb. She probably doesn't even want to get married because, number one, who knows if she actually wants marriage. But number two, she's a Jihad princess, so she doesn't want to get killed. And now, Traumaray is here telling her, not only do you have to marry him, which you don't want to do, you have to fight to marry him. What the fuck? What? Huh? Competitors? Oh my god, wow, even Traumaray is getting, like, stunned by this. You're so loud. Sorry, sir. I'm just so confused. Oh my god, look, she goes back to back. Dude, I like how her crazy is turning on and off. This is funny. Yeah, literally, it's literally what I'm saying. Imagine not wanting to get married and then being forced to, like, work for it. You're working for something you don't want, which is sadly a lot of what we do in normal life. Lord Traumaray, I'm not sure what's going on, but that boy, the Slayer candidate, is the ringleader of a bunch of lawless, vicious thugs. How could a princess of Jihad like me possibly marry him? I mean, listen, how could they marry in general? And what do you mean I have to compete with others to marry him? I can't accept this. I'm actually shocked she's saying that to him. You must. This is what I've decided. I'm going to gather girls who are interested in marrying him. Then, we're going to hold a tournament. And, if the winner is from the Lopobia family, I'm going to take this boy from Fug and make him the heir to the Lopobia family. That's actually fucking crazy. Like, what the hell? Adrian, I can't believe it, man. First of all, Bomb should not participate in this tournament if it actually does happen. This is going to be the first time a tournament happens for Bomb. Like, I'm so happy about this, bruh. You know how many men would kill for this shit? Having hot-ass women compete to marry you? Like, what the fuck? So now it begs the question, though, right? The big question I have is, if Traumaray is forcing this, and if Lopopia doesn't win, does he have to marry the other, like, girls from the other families? Because at that point, do they get the same deal as Traumaray? Does he have to join their family? Because let's just say, for example, we have Eurasia, right? Eurasia's Blossom, by the way, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so let's just say we have Blossom, and Blossom wants to kill Bomb. He sends a girl there to go compete for Bomb's hand in marriage. The Eurasias win. At that point, She wants Bomb dead. Can she just kill Bomb, or does she have to accept Bomb in the family? Because I feel like only Trauma Ray, as far as we know, wants that.
Maybe that's why he agreed in the first place, because they wouldn't send anyone.
You're right, yeah, maybe. But this is so weird, because, like, again, is Rankers going to participate? Is Regulars going to participate? This is... A lot of it is so up in the air, man. Also, I feel like good things have happened when they've made this pose, by the way, Pagoost. I think good things have happened. What's he talking about? So, I want you to take part in the tournament as well. Making him the heir? Marrying the Slayer candidate? And I'm supposed to compete? I know this is an order from the family head, but I simply can't obey it. You know what's gonna happen? She's gonna spend this month with Bomb, and she's gonna fall head over heels for him. And you know what's gonna happen too? I feel like Bomb right now is gonna see she doesn't want to do it. She's saying she doesn't want to do it. Bomb is like, it's okay, she doesn't have to participate. Obviously, Trauma is gonna be like, it's not even your decision, I'm gonna make her do it. Trauma is not gonna agree. But the fact that Bomb is gonna say, if she doesn't want to do it, don't make her do it, I hope he says that. Then at that point, I think Liliel's gonna be like, wait a minute. It's basically going to be a repeat of Yiwa. Quite literally, this is Yiwa and Endorsi mixed in one. Anyway. This is so backwards and insulting and humiliating. It makes no sense. How could he order me, a princess of Jihad, to compete for marriage with someone like that? Listen, Bomb's a good-looking kid, man. This isn't good. I can't accept this. I'd rather kill him instead. Bro, Liliel's fucking crazy, man. Alright. That's the chapter. We're finally getting into the juicy, spicy shit. And I love it. So now the question is, Adrian, do we keep going?
I'm down to do another if you are.
Yes, I am. Yes, I am. I want more. Yes.
Alright, let's do one more.
Alright. Chapter 130. Here we go. Lord Traumarai, I'm not sure what's going on, but that boy, the Slayer candidate, is the ringleader of a bunch of lawless, vicious thugs. Bro, this literally reminds me of Yua. How could a princess of Jihad like me possibly marry him? And what do you mean I have to compete with others to marry him? I can't accept this. Also, because it's been so long, I'm gonna have to take a quick break because I'm gonna have to pee. So let me go pee, take a quick break, very, very quick. I'll be right back and we'll finish the chapter here. Either way, this is where enjoy the nice music while I'm gone.
Did you think that we should end here or do this next chapter and then end? Is that what you're referring to? Okay, good. Okay, that works out perfect then. Forget where all the hiatuses are, but I know there's quite a few when I was reading. Yeah, we'll probably just do this one and end. We've been sticking to 3 chapters nowadays.
Okay, it was quick. I said it would be quick, it was quick. I'm back. I pissed. Okay, anyway. Next and end. Listen, we'll see how we feel, but it really depends. It really depends. Let's just take it. Let's just take it a chapter at a time here. Also, let me get some water. I'm killing my throat today. All right, let's keep going. You must. This is what I've decided. I'm going to gather girls who are interested in marrying him. Then we're going to hold a tournament. And if the winner is from the Lopobia family, I'm going to take this boy from Fug and make him the heir to the Lopobia family. What's he talking about? So I want you to take part in the tournament as well. Make him the heir? Marry the Slayer candidate? And I'm supposed to compete? Oh, look, they took out the trembling. I know this is an order from the family head, but I simply can't obey it. All of this is so backwards and insulting and humiliating. It makes no sense. Oh, so there's actually another art shift too. I'm looking forward to it. It was love or hate for a bunch. Ooh, very polarizing. I like things that are polarizing. I hope I'm on the good side though. I hope I'm on the side that likes it. Either way. How could he order me, a princess of Jihad, to compete for marriage with someone like that? This isn't good. I can't accept this. I'd rather kill him instead. Slave in utero. God. Oh, new arc. Lily. Wait, wow. So the old arc really lasted like 1 or 2 chapters. Lilial Jihad. Part 1. Somewhere in the tower. Fuck, man. Why did they keep switching? SIU, stop. Stop. The floating carrier with Yama and Yasracha on board. Oh, okay. So the dog people. And a cat person. Oh. Huh? The warp work? Then where are we? Yo, come on. Don't say the loser squad, man. Come on. Where did we land? Need to figure out where we are first. Wherever this is, I just hope we're not on Lopobia's battleship. Imagine they go there. Yasracha! I like how they don't even know what the fuck is going on. Huh? Wake up! Oh my god, it looks like he's about to kiss him. Come on, you damn cat. You're not really dead, are you? Would you stop barking? You're so loud. Oh my god, I'm so happy he's alive, yo. Yasracha! You're alive! That's why I can talk. Yo, Yasracha is so cool, man. Oh my god. You silly mutt. Okay, listen. You gotta include, like, Yasracha in the cool people. Doan, Karaka, and you know what? Everyone on this place is cool except Yama. Let's just leave it at that. Let's just leave it at that. Listen, Yama wasn't really, like, too, connected to his parents. So it's like, yeah, he holds the grudge, but grudges, you know, with time, a lot of things can change. And especially because Yasracha was, like, helping him, too. Man, at the end of the day, let's just forget about Yama. Fuck it. Put me down. Damn, looks like he just tossed him in the corner. Dude, I don't understand why Doom has wings. That's so random to me. This sucks. I never wanted to get attached to anyone. But you guys, you bastards, keep making me feel that way. You keep making me worry. Attaching yourselves to things like love, or like avenging your father. Why don't you set yourselves free from that all? Dude, I love Yasracha, man. So now we have the 100% confirmation, without a shadow of the doubt, he bangs with them. There we go. Listen, Yama is a very forgiving man. Let's just say that. Seriously, you guys are maddening. Racha! Yasracha! Hey! Are you just going to die like this? Bro, Yama is such a fucker, man. We still have unfinished business. We haven't had a revenge match, and I haven't avenged my father yet. You can't just die like this. Okay, I changed my statement previously. I think this is very much, and if you haven't seen it, this is going to make no sense to you at all. Be warned, potential spoilers for the show. Oh god, what the fuck was it even called? Shit. Oh my god, fuck, Agent, what was the show called with Thorfinn that I showed you season 1 of?
Vinland.
Vinland, yeah. Vinland Saga. Potential spoilers for Vinland Saga here, so if you don't want to hear spoilers, mute the stream for like 30 seconds to a minute, probably a minute to be safe. Once you see me moving my mouse, then you can watch again. Then you can unmute. But either way. I know they had build up. Be careful what you say, Pagusta. Don't spoil people who haven't seen it, because obviously they could see the chat. This is very much so. So mute now, just in case. This is very much similar to like Thorfinn and Askeladd. Askeladd and Thorfinn hated him. He could have killed him multiple times, but he wanted to kill him in a certain way. Now, especially at the beginning, and I do agree there was a lot of buildup, yes. But this is like a sped up version of that. I'm not saying it makes sense. I'm just saying it's very much like if they sped it up. Either way. Get up! Yasracha! Told you to stop shouting. Oh, what the fuck? Look at his hand. Damn, those are some nice hands. Stop barking in my face. I may be dying. I'm not going to die right now. Well, at that point, he's not going to die at all if he's dying. Oh, wait a minute. Never mind. The core is gradually fading. I think I still have some time left. Wait. Oh, God. No, I really don't want Yasracha to die, man. I didn't want my death to drag on like this. There's still things I need to do. What else does he need to do? Before I die. I hate this. Yasracha, stay awake! You know what Yama should fucking do? He should fucking give him like a fang. Maybe that'll help him or something. There has to be something they could do here, man. They can't just let him die. Yama, that's enough. Let him rest. Can't you feel it? You won't live much longer after that attack from the family head. Damn, I mean, that's still pretty fucking long. What the hell? Dude, all we gotta do is get him to Gustang. If Gustang looks at him, he could res him. A few months at most. It's impossible for him to recover. No, man, no! He's finished now. That's so fucked up. That is so fucked up, bro. Karaka, yo, as much as like Karaka's like being nicer now to Bomb and like he's not as like a villain as he was, he's still an asshole sometimes, yo. Doesn't care what happens to Yasracha in the slightest. By the way, where are we? This doesn't seem like Lopobia's battleship. Wait, yeah, where is this? What the fuck is that thing? Are these beast people? What are these? Are these... Well, not canines, but they look like animal people. What is this? Wait, what the... Yeah, beastkins. Yeah, what the hell? Lord Karaka! Hansung, were you in the control room? Yes. I think we avoided the battleship by separating the warp fleet. I'm not sure if it's because of the impact, but the warp fleet is barely running, so it's hard to tell where we are exactly. Alright, I'll find out myself. Beastkins was the more accurate translation of canines. I like canines, but canines implies just dog, and they're definitely not just dogs. Yeah, Beastkins is more accurate. Canines was accurate when it was just the dog cage. Or whatever the fuck it was called. What? Lord Karaka, we need to be careful. What the fuck is that thing? Careful. A massive warp fleet just appeared out of thin air. Do you really think we can sneak out of here without anyone noticing? I mean, they could just go in his world of darkness. It's better to take a quick look around the area, even if it's a bit risky. I missed the furries translation? What? That is crazy. Go. Observer invisible mode. You know what I really like about this observer? It's Karaka themed. It, like, if you looked at this, you could definitely tell, yeah, this is Karaka's. Oh god, these people look so weird. There are so many beastkins. They look like trained soldiers, but I don't get the feeling that they're moving voluntarily. Where are they being drawn to? Oh, are they near Traumarai? Huh? Oh, what the? Who the fuck is this? Oh god. Alright, you know if he has like a whip like this, it's already gonna be a villain. This guy's already a villain. Who's that? Oh, damn, yo, some of the beastkin who are women are fucking hot. Come on, move it! Who the fuck is this idiot? This guy looks like... You know what's so ironic? I just made the Vinland-like connection too. This guy literally looks like a Thorkel. This is like Tower of God Thorkel. What the fuck? Is he the one in charge around here? Advanced tamer in the Lopobia army? Lopobia fights? He looks like a fucking asshole. It reminds you of Mushoku Tensei. Oh, yeah, listen, don't say anything about Mushoku Tensei. I haven't seen a single episode and I know almost nothing. So we can't talk about Mushoku Tensei. I am looking forward to watching it though. I heard it was pretty good. The warp fleet that will carry you all into the battle is arriving from the family zone. Oh god, look at him. He does look cool though. Moonlit Fantasy? Well, same shit. I don't know if Moonlit Fantasy either. I don't know if I'm gonna read or watch that one though. But either way, no spoils for anything. Huh? Oh, wait a minute. Is Fights noticing it? Wait. Did he notice us? Oh my god, Karaka looks shook. I don't think I've ever seen Karaka's eyes this wide. This guy is obviously experienced. What's that? A warp fleet? Damn it. How dare they trespass on my territory without permission? They've got some nerve. Middle area. Oh my god, yes, we're at the good part again. Inside Lilial Jihad's floating ship. Guest room. Bombs room. Yo, damn, look at that big ass bed, yo. It's kind of hard to tell with like the proportions, but I'm curious how big the ship is. I really couldn't tell because there's no like point of reference, but this is all so unexpected. Marriage? A tournament? I'm so confused. I hope Kun and the others warped okay. I'm sure they're all fine. Yeah, and the story makes it so they are. But it worries me that I still can't reach them. What if something happened to them? So let me ask you this, Adrian. The way he's trying to reach them, is it with a pocket? Is he trying to reach them via pocket?
Most likely.
Okay. And do pockets have a range on them?
They can be interrupted somehow. It seems like their range is pretty wide because, like, you can usually call people from like pretty much wherever. But there are ways, like, there are instances where they get like interference. So.
Okay. Is there different pockets? Like, is there pockets that are like higher tier than others, or is every pocket the same?
There's definitely different tiers. Since the first episode, we've noted that Bomb's pocket is like an A rank for some reason. Who knows what that means? But...
Wait, where do you get the pocket from? Do you just get it from the tower, or does someone give it to you?
I think the workshop makes them.
Oh, Yuri gave it to Bomb. Okay. Thank you, Bagoost. See, I was wondering, because at that point I would say, like, how was Mashini talking to Yuri? They were definitely not on the same floor. Because remember, Mashini talked to Yuri, I think, when she was on the name hunt station, right? And Mashini was definitely not anywhere near there, so I'm assuming that's probably because they have high rank pockets, but who knows? Is A the highest rank, or is it S?
It might be S, but we don't know.
Okay. Oh shit. I really hope this is either A. Okay, I mean, honestly, whoever this could be, I really am going to be happy, but top tier people to come through this door right now. Number 1, Lilial. If Lilial comes in here and she's either A, going to try and kill him, or B, she's going to try and come in here and, like, talk to him because Chamaray told her to. Which really begs the question, right? Lilial says she wants to kill him. If she's... Well, number 1, she can't do that. Bomb could easily mop the floor with Lilial at this point, I'm assuming, right? Because she's... Even though she's a princess... She's still a regular. Bomb is fighting high fucking rankers, bruh. He will break her neck if he wants to. But he's not going to. He's a nice guy. So, number 1, Lilial can't kill him. But let's just say, for argument's sake, she did. Traumarai is going to get pissed. So she really cannot kill him. Like, even if she could, which she can't, she shouldn't kill him. Like, in her best interest, right? So... I hope Lilial's coming in not to kill him, but to talk to him and, like, you know, get ready for the marriage. Number 2, I hope this is Traumarai. I hope Traumarai comes in here and just lord dumps us. Number 3, I hope this is either Jinsung or Cha, and they're just talking to him. Probably Jinsung. Cha is the least likely to walk through this door. But in that order, that's who I'm hoping walks through this door. Let's see. Who's there? Oh, whose sneakers are those? Okay, that has to be Lilial. Who's there? Oh, it's the booty call. It's the booty call. Dude, she has such a nice dress. Huh? Lilial Jihad? Dude, I swear to God, this is the combination of Yiwa and Endorsi. I swear. Yiwa pre-bomb, like, Riz. Pre-bomb Riz Yiwa mixed with Endorsi. Like, she hates Bomb and she's crazy, just like Endorsi. You think if Bomb got killed, Traumar would be like, c'est la vie? He said he didn't mind if Bomb got killed. Nah, he's bullshitting, though. Listen, Yasracha was bullshitting, Traumar is bullshitting. I honestly think it's a Lopobia thing at this point. I think the Lopobia is bullshit. I really do. I think they say one thing and they mean the other. Hi there, Slayer candidate. What are you doing here? Or rather... Oh, no, she's gonna come in here to be like a wife. Oh, God, here it is. Rather, I suppose I should call you my potential future husband. Isn't that right? Let's fucking go! She's listening to Traumar. Let's go! To be fully aware of what's happening. We say that, but again, he let a lot of shit fly by on the, in the nest there at the end. Like, he really did let a lot of shit just happen. Look, I'm just as against this marriage as you are. I can't believe this. Oh, she doesn't like that. I mean, really? How could I possibly marry someone like you? Even the thought of it makes me sick. No way, she's actually lunging at him. I'm going to kill you. Okay, either A, she stops herself, unlikely. B, Bomb fucking puts her in a headlock, very likely. Or C, Traumar knows this is happening and he punishes her, somewhat likely. Or D, Jinsung or Cha are passing by and they stop her. Highly unlikely. Ooh, okay, she's punching him. Damn. What do you think you're doing? Shut up. This may be an order from the family head, but I refuse to obey such a ridiculous command. I'll never marry you. Oh, God. I thought she's just punching him. He's just taking it, because this is nothing to him. I don't even want to say it. Ugh. Dude, the fact that Bomb is actually getting pushed back, I'm a little shocked by this. Also, he's wearing fucking sandals. So I thought about it. If you disappeared, this whole problem would go away. If you die in a fight with me because you're too weak, then Lord Traumar would know too. He'd realize that he was wrong about you, and that you're not worthy of leading our family. Honestly, she is 100% right. It's really too bad that he is going to fuck her. Not literally. Dude, just to make sure, Adrian, she can't step up to White, right?
No.
Exactly. She can't do shit here. I always use White as the baseline now, and even then, Bomb is stronger than that too now, because he has Leviathan. There's no way. You know what I wish? I wish we, saw what Leviathan thinks of all this. I really, want, a Leviathan cam. What is he thinking inside of Bomb right now? Is he, pissed about this? He wanted Bomb to kill Traumar, and now he's about to become Traumar's son-in-law. Leviathan is probably just mauling right now. That's why I'm going to kill you. Bomb has been wiping low-high rankers with one thought. Yeah, you're not wrong. History will remember you as the worst Slayer candidate of all time. Dude, look at her. See, this is the part I hate about the princesses. I still like the situation, though, but I hate that the princesses are just so, What would you call this personality-wise, Adrian? I really don't know the word. It's evading me.
Overconfident? Or...
Not overconfident. It's you're below me. Not just overconfidence. Yeah, condescending. Perfect, thank you. Yeah, she's very condescending. Look, she's trying to, rub his face in it, too. She's insulting him and shitting on him. How do you like that? Oh my God, look at her fucking legs. She is... Dude, it's so sad that such beautiful women are so nasty and, ugly on the inside. This isn't good. Somewhere in the tower... Oh, come on! Now we're switching again? Regular area. Floating ship. That ship looks cool as shit, by the way. The bus size increase is crazy. Listen, 3 years. Huh? What's this breaking news? Oh, is this gonna be the invite that Traumarai sends out for the marriage? Oh, Andor! Andor! Also, it looks like Endor's horn got longer. Bug Slayer candidate Jovial Grace has disappeared in a battle in the nest. In the midst of the battle, his whereabouts have not yet been determined. Oh, look at her socks. Damn, those are some crazy ass socks. Wait, so is Endor by herself now? Is she not with like the whole like bomb crew? What? Wait, wait. Isn't this a lie? Oh wait, no. Traumaray did say he's doing a secret one. He's doing a secret, like a secret letter to everyone. So yeah, I guess they're gonna say he's dead for now. Okay. Also, I don't know how this is gonna happen. I'm gonna toss a Hail Mary here, right? I'm toss a big Hail Mary here. Somehow Endor's gonna figure out what happened with Bomb. She's gonna find out about the tournament. She's gonna get in that shit and she's gonna fight Lilial again. We're gonna get fucking round 2, baby! What? What the hell? This can't be! A knock! Oh my god, I love a knock. Dude, where's Shibisu, man? Oh, look, it's this fucking big guy. I forgot about this guy. Turn the floating ship around right now! You know what's so funny to me? Anak looks like the youngest, and she's the one piloting the ship, even though she's not really young. But dude, I love Anak, man. I love Anak and Shibisu. We need to go see Bomb! Okay, well, I guess that ropes Endor back into the story. Dude, I love this shit. I'm about to fucking eat this shit up. I'm about to love all this fighting over Bomb, all this romance. I fucking live for this, man. It's so good. Either way, that concludes chapter 130. Now, Adrian, do we keep going?
I think we call it here.
Okay. Honestly, I do want to keep going, but I will call it here, both for your sake and for mine. My throat is killing me because this was a long one. We usually don't do long ones like this. Like, we'll go maybe for 2 hours, sure, but this one was particularly long because we had the blog post stuff in the beginning. But sadly, I think we will have to end it here. I'm, as always, recently very excited to read more, but we have to stop it here. I do have work tomorrow, too, and I have other things to get to. So we'll leave it here for now. But either way, this has been an absolutely amazing session. I love where the story is. I love where the story is going. So many moving parts. It's like in the nest, there was all these separate things everywhere. Like, okay, Cha's over here, the cat tower is happening, this is happening there. And then everything came together for like 2 seconds, and then everything split apart. And now we're going to have like all these different side things going on, which that's how you could go like flip back and forth to, which is good. It gets me a little salty because I want to see Bomb's thing a lot, but it's good to have different stories going on. I like when the world feels alive, and it definitely does, because we see different people's perspectives. I also love that fucking Endor is gonna come in here and fight over Bomb, bruh. It really makes me question if other princesses come in like Endor, right? Because I'm assuming she's gonna be a part of this tournament one way or another. I'm really curious to see, like, what will end up happening if she wins. Will she be able to just say, like, hey, I renounce my jihad blood, or like, you know, the princess title? Will they let that happen? Because again, this whole thing is very official, even though it's secretive. It's very official from Trauma, right? So there's a lot of questions. I doubt they'll ever be answered, but who knows? Very excited to see the future, though. I'm very, very happy we're fighting over Bomb at this point. Like, what the fuck? Also, to address the chat here, I feel like, sadly, listen, Anak is decently important, right? I think she was decently important when season 1 was around, like, earlier, sure. I think as time goes on, you know, she's there. She's meant to be, like, I guess just, like, a roster character to know, like, okay, Shibisu's side of the team can, like, fight because they do have her. They have, like, good fighters relatively. You know, how could you explain Shibisu going up the tower? You know, he has Endor, he has Anak, he has some people to help him. I do feel like he could go up it himself, but he's not that strong, so if you ever question does he need the muscle, he has the muscle. But it's really sad. I really hope they do. I mean, I don't even know what they could even give Anak. And, you know, let's just forget about Anak for a second. Look at all the other people on the team. Look at Vespa. Look at that fucking, like, big red guy. What the fuck is going to ever happen with them? I don't think anything. And this is where I'm sure, I don't know if SIU did this intentionally, if he ran out of time, or if he just doesn't care. I don't think it's the last one, I hope. I hope it's like a time thing. He just doesn't have time to focus on them. I really do hope like these characters do get their time in the light. I don't think they will though, because the story is just too high stakes. And it's the general theme of like, what are regulars supposed to do anymore aside from select favorites, right? Like obviously Endor is a favorite. Endor is still gonna do shit. Yiwa is probably still going to do shit. That big red guy, I don't even know what the fuck he wants or who he is. Fuck him. Vespa, I only know a little bit about Vespa. It's like Vespa and the big red guy and all those background characters. Yeah, they're still there. Yeah, we remember them. Like, what the fuck is Lore doing, right? These characters, sadly, I don't think are going to get their things. At this point, we're moving so far past regulars. Only very lucky regulars who are like SIU's favorites will really get any progress. And it's sad, but I think it is the way it is. But who knows? Yeah, when Bomb became ranker level, I agree. I think it got tossed. I don't want to say out the window, but now most regulars it's not their story anymore. We're following Bomb and friends, right? But Bomb and friends means Bomb and powerful friends, not exactly regulars anymore. But either way, it is what it is. Either way, though, I do hope everybody enjoyed. I certainly did. It was an amazing experience. I can't wait till next week, and I can't wait to read more Tower of God. I hope everyone enjoyed it. But before we go, let me read this last thing in the chat. Yeah, the scaling really did like go really fucking fast. And I keep telling it to Adrian too, like, we're fighting like top 100 people. How is the series gonna go like in 2 years? Like, are we still gonna be fighting top 100 people? And this is where, you know, there's a lot of different ways to tackle this. And Adrian, I think, has told me a couple of them. You know, you could just focus on other people. But yeah, like, obviously, like I said, you know, Kuhn, obviously, and he has the sweet fish that IQ, sure. Rack, you know, Kuhn and Rack are always gonna be forced to be involved, right? That's why they got the fucking kill steal with White. They needed to be you know, kind of pushed, which I didn't like, and I heard a lot of other people didn't like. Hots is one of the examples though. Hots is a normal dude, but he's still somehow barely holding on because of the sword, so I still like it. And there's a lot of other things like they can go into if they want to slow down the pacing that isn't just about combat, because you know, the combat's cool in Tower of God. I'm not crazy for it. I mostly like the lore. The combat is, again, it's alright, but it's nothing crazy. I hope it goes crazy when it's animated, but, you know, Season 2 left a bad taste in my mouth. Not much hope. But this is where, I actually don't mind them just going into other story things. Yeah, combat needs to be involved. I still do love action, but, you know, this is one of the rare examples where I look forward to some of it, sure, but I don't mind not having it for a while to let things not get power crept like crazy. But either way, there's a lot we could go into.
This is why I was excited for the spin-off series, because like then you could take some time off of Bomb and like follow some other characters.
Yeah, it's like a soft reset a little bit. It's like,
yeah, but
we
then
could see other
a
things.
prequel, so
Not only is it a prequel, but it's with the fucking one of the strongest people in the fucking tower. Like, what the hell? We just talked about power scaling, but it's like, look at Uruk.
Yeah.
It's amazing. But either way, I hope everyone enjoyed. As always, we stream this live at Twitch TV/Tecnics channel. Usually on Sundays. Usually. For specific timings, it depends. Whenever we're able to. But if you want to know specifically, I post on Twitter, twitter.com/Tecnics channel, right before we go live. So follow me there if you really want to know when we're going live. Because it changes, but that's the very accurate way to know. Aside from that, though, if you are sick, dying, or dead, and you miss the live stream, you can always catch a delayed version of it at the YouTubes, youtube.com/Tecnics. So, that's going to be it. I enjoyed, hope everyone else enjoyed, but before we go, Adrian, would you, I don't know if I asked this one, actually, hold on, I'm trying to think of a new question. I think I asked you this. Did I ask you if you would marry Lilial or Shilial, or no?
Yeah, and I picked Shilial.
Okay, you picked Shilial. Okay, I had to pick Lilial at that point. Okay. Let me... I don't want to make this too easy for you. Okay, let me ask you a very, very similar question. Would you rather marry Endor or Lilial?
Endor?
Endor or Lilial?
Yeah, that's a pretty easy one. I'll pick Endor.
Yeah, I realized that wasn't that good of a question. Fuck.
Easy.
Damn it. Okay. I can't think of a better one, but my brain's fried after 3.5 hours. Either way, I hope everyone enjoyed. I'll see you guys next time.